All right, hello. We are now live. I've got a special guest
Hello.
today, or I don't know which way I'm pointing, honestly. There we go. Hey, I'm still learning this. I'll eventually get it at some point.
It's very confusing. I
Yeah,
get it wrong all the time.
yeah. So, well, today's main topic is Disney Springs, and it reopened, which is exciting. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe sometime next week, Disney's supposed to submit their proposal of their opening plans.
Yes, that is what the rumor is. I don't know how how to feel about that simply because they've been canceling so many reservations coming up. I mean, are they canceling it because um they know that they're not going to be able to be open when they want to be, or are they trying to take precautionary measures, or are they just we know they're not canceling to be canceling because we know that all the theme parks are losing money hand over fist right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's going to be very interesting because um obviously Disney doesn't do things on purpose. The only time they've really canceled unless it's weather related, or something like what we're dealing with right now. And
Right.
so it's I think what it is, I think they're gonna kind of see how well Disney Springs does and go from there. I know that um was it Bob Iger? I don't know. Someone high up, I think it was Bob Iger, said that they were going to see how well Shanghai Disneyland did and
Oh, okay,
kind
that
of
makes
go
sense.
from see what their precautions were. So I think they might take bits and bits from Shanghai and then see what works at Disney Springs. They might be watching their competition to see what they're doing, which I
Hmm.
think is a smart move on them because, you know,
Well, Disney Springs, we've all seen the memes. If you haven't, this family on opening night started a fire at Disney Springs. They took their hibachi grill and their hot dogs in a rolling suitcase. And by rolling suitcase, I mean I probably could have put a week's worth of clothes in said suitcase and, big, like regular size suitcase. And charcoal and lighter fluid and everything, and started grilling hot dogs in front of Raglan Road. At first, when I saw it, I thought it was a joke. But
yeah,
people are like, oh no, they were actually grilling hot dogs and they got in trouble with security. And I'm like, well, yeah, duh, you started a fire at Disney Springs. I mean,
I wonder why.
right. But I'm like, I honestly didn't know how to react to that other than to bust up laughing because I'm like, this is insanity.
Yeah, it is. It's,
I don't know about you, Roxana, but
yeah,
I can normally find something to eat at Disney. I have a gluten sensitivity. And so even with that, there's plenty of things that I can eat. Even if it's not something I particularly want to eat at that point, there's something that I can eat. And from what I've read and understand, the family is Jewish, and so they only eat kosher. And
yeah.
so apparently these are kosher hot dogs. But it was just I probably didn't stop laughing for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So please do not start fires at Disney Springs.
No, because that's how you get kicked out and banned. Like the people that got caught breaking in and camping. It's just like Why?
Like, why is the world's already nuts, and us being on quarantine has made us nuttier.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite, it's honestly like, it's just like, what are people doing? I'm just like,
I don't know. I don't know. So, one of the things that we talked about backstage after Kelly's stream that I thought would be interesting to kind of talk about
yeah,
is
thought would be
sorry,
interesting to kind of talk about.
Halloween and the upcoming parties, and kind of after we get done with like finishing talking about Disney Springs. So Disney Springs opened like almost it was their third party
Yeah.
locations. Like it was things that weren't necessarily owned by Disney, or like they're all contracted through Disney because obviously they pay Disney rent. But they weren't like Disney specific stores. It was like things like the Polite Pig, and there's a whole list. I'd have to look up exactly who was all open. But now this week, today's the 23rd. I think it's what, the 25th? Or no, 27th. I think it's what,
Yeah,
Wednesday?
the
All
27th.
of the Disney stores start to open.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how many people are going to be grilling hot dogs that day?
I won't. I'm gonna
Me
be stuck
neither.
here.
I will probably be working on another video of some sort.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird because they had Disney Springs had like, I think close to 40 shops opened, or that were not Disney. There were third party stores.
Right.
40 of those that were open, and they had a decent amount of restaurants that were open that were not Disney.
They really did.
And from what I've heard, that was a lot more and a lot better than what City Walk had. I heard City Walk had less.
Well, you also have to remember that City Walk has a lot less to City Walk as well. Yeah. There's not as many restaurants and shopping locations in City Walk. I don't know if it. I think Disney had what 40. I think they had what 44 open, and I don't even know if there's 44 in City Walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that it's going to be very interesting to see when the Disney owned stuff opens up. I know that because I was the 20th, I spent all day bouncing back and forth between live streams, people that were live streaming there, and watching vlogs of the opening of Disney Springs, because a lot of Disney vloggers were there, and so you had like Prince.
So many.
You had like Prince Charming Dead. You had like
I think Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow was there.
Yeah, you had VP, and then you had your pal Al, and a whole bunch. I was just like, oh my word. And you had all the executives walking around Disney Springs, and they were aware that people were vlogging and people were live streaming, because like they know it's a really big event and people are going to want to capture it and remember that day and remember where they were when it happened. And so, and it's like,
well, it's also free publicity for Disney. And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand. And a lot of them were Disney media that were there, that, are full-time vloggers. They don't get necessarily paid by Disney to do it. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But they go and they create a video.
Yeah.
And Disney then says, hey, we just saved $3,000 by not inviting so-and-so out to make a video. We just got so-and-so for $100.
Yeah.
And if you think about how many subscribers each of these had, I mean, let's take Resort TV One for instance. I know they're not Disney Media, but they sometimes have over 2,000 people watching any given live stream. I
Yeah.
mean, that's 2,000 people that are watching and going, "Ooh, I want to plan my next trip to Disney," or "I want to plan my next trip to Legoland or Universal or Gatorland," or insert,
Yeah.
Florida attraction here.
Yeah. And I heard that a lot of those vloggers got to meet the new, what is it, CEO?
Mm-hmm.
And they all said that he was a pretty chill guy, and he like didn't mind that they were vlogging or live streaming. He was like, "Oh, are you vlogging or are you live streaming?" And they're like, and he was pretty cool about it. Like he allowed people to vlog and live stream. So and he was, I have a friend who did the professional internship at Disney, and hey, Cargo.
Hi, Cargo.
And she used to work with him. And she said that he's a pretty cool guy, and he's pretty chill, and that he's like an easy guy to work with and to like deal with. And that she's really excited that he got promoted to this higher, and that, so it's, and she's like, yeah, he's gonna do really good things for Disney World. So
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. That's the thing is that they know we love the parks, and they know that we want to be there just as much, as we did, before all this happened.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think they will stop and prevent YouTubers from vlogging or streaming. I know Cory from Cory Meets World. He has difficulties with streaming because a lot of his streams get taken down for copyright. But that's not something that he's got control over. It's just when he's at the parks, there's a lot of copyright music. When he's like his stream from Disney Springs, that took, it was a 6-hour long stream. It was like, oh my, he had like over 2K people watching that stream, and it was.
Did he get it? See, I get copyright claims on several of my videos that have like Disney music in them, but I've never had one like taken down for having Disney music in them.
No, well, from what he said, because he made he did another live stream the day after, and from what he said, copyright is different from live stream than it is from a video. With a video, you have more control, and with a live stream, you don't know if you can put that live stream back up for replay. Just listening.
Gotcha. And painting Flounder. Well, I think Flounder looks okay with yellow and blue, so I don't think he needs painted. Maybe add some glitter, but I think he's okay yellow and blue.
So, and he was saying that normally with live streams that get taken down because of copyright issues, you're given an option to either completely remove the audio. Hey, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Or you can just have the section that has copyright music, have that edit out, and then you would never know that never happened or that ever happened.
Right.
And
right.
When he was emailing back and forth with YouTube about that, and unfortunately because he was over, I think if a live stream is over 5 hours or it over 6 hours or whatever, you don't get that option and you can no longer retrieve it. So
too bad.
I'm doing good, Josh.
Doing good, Josh. How are you?
Yeah. So, and then he was able to get what YouTube has, but the quality is not great, so he's not even going to reuse it. So he explained that in his live stream that he did the day after, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's good information. So if I ever live stream at like any of the Disney parks, I know not to do it for like 6 hours long. Although I probably won't do it for that long. If I ever get to the point where I can live stream from my phone, which you need 1K subscribers to do it from your phone.
Yeah, you have to submit for monetization before you can live stream from your phone. So you need the 1K subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah. So I know eventually I will get at that point. But once I get to that point, I know that, when I live stream from my phone, not to do it for 6 hours. Because, you may never know if you could retrieve it or not. And if you're able to get it from YouTube, it will be really low quality. Who was streaming? Oh, Cory from Cory Meets World was streaming for 6 hours at Disney Springs opening day. So, and I was one of those people that was crazy enough to watch it because I'm not working. So it's like, So that was like really good information. So Mickey Bunch.
She's supposed to be, Josh.
She's supposed to be. We don't know where she is at. I'm going to. I
sent her a Facebook message, but
I sent her a message. I hope she.
I'll try. I've got her number. I'll mute and try to call her.
Okay. So now I know that when I get to that point of being able to stream from my phone, to do it within a reasonable amount of time and to try to not stay near copyright areas for too long. So, Cargo, I'm loving your 90s. Yes, Cargo, you know what? A certain video is coming up on Monday, which is why I'm dressed 90s. So, be on a lookout for that.
Because Amazon doesn't recognize her address and thinks she doesn't exist.
So yeah, I do have a 90s video coming out. So yeah, that's why I'm all.
It went to voicemail. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, I know she was having internet issues, so that could be the problem. Yeah, I think a lot of people in Florida are having like internet issues because they've been having crazy storms, which tis the season. It's the beginning of a hurricane season, so. Yeah. So from what I saw from like the live streams and vlogs, it looked like opening day went low. Adventures with VP said that he talked to one of the managers, and one of the managers was like, pin trading with cast members is temporarily suspended, which, that's understandable because you've got the whole touchy thing and the whole distance. And I think they want to make pin trading fun but safe at the same time. So I think they're probably going to try to figure out some way to. I'm sure they can figure out some way to do pin trading. I wonder if they'll.
I hope so.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll have like boards or those pin trading hats that you sometimes see, and you just point to what you want and they hand it to you. That could possibly work.
What they could do is they could say, like, you could enter the line and like say, I'm going to trade this pin, and you hand it to a cast member who has on gloves, and they put it in a box.
Yeah.
And that, and then you keep going on to the next cast member that's like got a board or a hat or a book. Well, how many pins did you? Well, I'm trading for 4 pins. I gave, they could maybe give you like tickets or something, like, here's you gave me 4 pins, here's 4 tickets, or here's a card, or however. And then then you get to pick, and you just, like you say, you point, hey, I want those Mickey ones.
Yeah.
Or hey, I want that Haunted Mansion one and that Duffy one and that, however, and then they take them off and hand them to you. So like when you hand them to the cast member, you keep your backing just like you normally do, and
Yeah.
then you would just put them on your lanyard or put them in your pocket or your bag or whatever.
Yeah. I could totally see that working where the cast member would have like gloves for like safety reasons and stuff, and
Right.
you take off your pen and be like your one or two pens or whatever, and you be like, hey, I want to trade these two pens for those two pens up there, and you just say, oh, I want the Murray pen or the Dumbo pen, right, or whatever. And I could see that being a thing for temporary reasons. Until it's like virus gets under control and it's no longer a threat.
To be quite honest, I think that that's something that they potentially could look into doing on a more permanent basis, because like you don't know where the pins have been, because people buy lots of pins online, and they don't know where those pins have been. So I could see them putting in some sort of permanent change to how pin trading goes, because they'll have to take all those pins and say, okay, well, here is the box of pins that was traded today, and then they have to figure out how to sanitize them. Will certain solutions make the paint come off? Will certain XYZ? So I can see them suspending it for now, simply because they've got to figure out the best way to make it safe.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that. And it's just like I respect Disney for whatever choices they have to make, because also we can voice our opinions until we're blue in the face. Let's face it. We can be like, well, you guys should do this and you guys should do that, and in the end, the higher up executives are the ones who sit in a room somewhere talking and discussing and bouncing ideas that sounds reasonably fair to us guests. And then they'll announce, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're hope to do in the future, and we'll go from there.
Right, exactly. And from the moment that they made the decision to close Disney, that same group of people, like you say, has been sitting in a room going, okay, here are the things that people come for. They come for the characters. How can we make sure that characters are safe? Well, maybe the only characters we're going to have out right now are the fur characters, because they are able to be a little bit more protected. Yeah. So, we're not going to have any of the princesses out, which is, horribly devastating for girls who want to go see the princesses, or even some of the boys who love the princesses. We're going to have, we're going to still do character meals, but we're going to just give you a stock photo of all of the characters with a signature card. I don't know. That's just, I can see them doing that with the character meal. Instead, at Cinderella's Royal Table, or Ohana, or what's the other one? Akershus, where you go in and you have one photo and you go on to eat. I could actually see them doing something like that for all of the character meals, where, okay, you're the next family, great, here's all the characters, you stand there kind of like they do with the Seven Dwarves, where you just kind of insert into the group, you take your picture, and you go on. I can see that being a way that they could do character photos, and you may be able to say, hey, my daughter really loves Winnie the Pooh, is it possible to get a picture of just her and Winnie the Pooh? And making a simple request like that, just like you would at a regular character meet. But I can see, but the less that they don't have to hug every single kid, which is less of them touching the fur, it diminishes, the touching, it helps with the social distancing part.
Yeah. I could see them telling guests to stand a certain way to make it look like they're posing with the character, but still keeping distance and making it look like you're standing next to each other, but you're not really standing. I took photography, and there are ways where you can angle people and where you can face the camera so that it looks like you're together, but you're really not. So
it's the same way we angle to lose 10 pounds in a photo.
Yeah. So I can totally see that be like a thing, and
they've already done the whole character signature cards. They do it at Minnie's Holiday Dine. They do it at don't they do it at it's the one with the evil queen over at Wilderness Lodge. Didn't they do it at that one?
I think so.
And then I think they did a trial of it at Crystal Palace either last year, I think, or in 2018. They did a trial at Crystal Palace where they just gave the little signature cards. I know people don't like them. I know people are like, well, we come for the character signatures. You know what? You can find them all online. I use my Cricut, and I search for the signature I want. I import it into my design space. I convert it into a draw file, and I have my Cricut draw the signature onto my paper. Cargo, teach me that method. Buzz Lightyear and Baymax, yes, exactly. And there are some characters like Baymax and Buzz Lightyear who already do something similar. So I can see them doing that as well for a while going forward.
Yeah. I know Buzz.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I know Buzz and Mr. Incredible and some of the other Incredibles have like a stamp, and they just stamp that way.
And when Vanellope and Wreck-It Ralph were first when it was the animation courtyard, when they were in where Launch Bay was, when you went to see Vanellope and Baymax, they handed you a signature card with them too.
Yeah.
But it was almost more like a trading card.
Yeah.
So, they may do something in that style where it makes it a little bit more fun for the kids. And instead of collecting character signatures, you're collecting character trading cards, kind of like the free Tots game with the character cards, the game on your phone.
Yeah.
I could see them going to character trading cards. It's not going to cost them a whole lot. And parents are like, oh, well, we've already got Winnie the Pooh. We don't need another Winnie the Pooh one. And they, because they already do something similar with Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. And you could buy a set, just like you can with Sorcerers, and have some of like the more rare characters like the Seven Dwarves or the Incredibles who aren't out all the time, or Brer Rabbit or Brer Fox. Some of the more rare characters, you can buy the cards, and this is another selling point. If that happens, then sorry, you can blame me.
Yeah, I can definitely see something like that. And I know there are characters that already stamp their signature. So that's a possibility. Who knows what like meet and greets would look like. I do think once they do open, I think they will. Here's my thought process. I think that cast members will be the first ones to go in. I think they will have an opening strictly meant for cast members. And they'll ask, hey, what did you like? What should we change? I know SeaWorld had their employees do rides twice, once with mask and one without. So Disney might go that direction. That's a possibility. And And I honestly, I think it's smart having the cast members go first because they will be our guinea pigs. They'll be, I don't like that, or this worked great, or so, and because they're the ones that are there the most. They practically live at the parks and resorts.
Right. Exactly.
So, and I can see them then, like maybe a few days later, or having like the first 2 days be open to cast members, and then at a certain date be open to pass holders and Florida residents, and then after that open to general public on a certain day. I honestly think that's the route Disney will end up going.
I agree. And, Universal is doing something similar where June 1st and 2nd are team members. 3rd and 4th are by invite to pass holders. And then the 5th, it opens up to the general public.
Yeah. Yeah. So that will be interesting to see because, part of me wants to be like, is there a cast member who doesn't mind putting me on their guest list because I want to get out of this house. I spent like 2.5 months. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents. They're driving me up a darn wall. And my dogs, I love them, but it's just like, you guys are annoying.
Yeah, Sam's kind of feeling the same way. He's been probably about the last month, he's been only doing a 3-day work week. And yesterday was the first time that he actually has went in on a Friday in probably 3 weeks. And he actually worked till I think noon. And he was like, oh, I got to go to work. And the previous week, he actually, and last week, okay, like as in like 3 days ago,
Yes.
he worked like 15 minutes past 3:30, and then last week he worked a day like 15-20 minutes after 3:30, and I'm like, hey, you got like 30 minutes of overtime. Woo! So they're getting ready to gear back up to go back to work, full time. And I kind of got into this routine of him being home. Like, he would be home, he was home Monday, he was home Sunday, Monday, Friday, Saturday. And he only worked kind of just 3 little weird days in the middle. And when we were grocery shopping on Friday, I'm like, hey, do you need cereal? He's like, no, because I'm going to be going back to work. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's going, like, Monday through Friday, it's going to be me at home by myself again.
Yeah.
That's weird. But I'm like, well, hey, I'm trying to get things done early. So I'm like, hey, I can work on Vlogtober. And, I've been sharing a few pictures on Instagram of that. I get to drink in the process. Woohoo!
Yeah. It's, I really hope no one else brings a portable grill to Disney.
Yeah, let's not bring any more portable grills, because it was actually the day after that happened that Disney canceled all those other, that next round of reservations. So everyone's like, it's the hibachi grill people's fault. They would have not done that if it wasn't for the grill.
Hey, Rachel. So yeah, it's like there's a reason why the parks have bag checks. I think after that incident, Disney Springs will now be enforcing bag checks once they're at full capacity. So it's just, people, use your brain. Leave your grill at home.
It would not shock me. Like, as you go into City Walk, you have to go through security, and they run your bag through an X-ray machine. I could see, like, one day people showing up to to Disney Springs, and here are X-ray machines that you have to put your bag through. Well, why do we have to go have our bags up there? Well, when Disney Springs reopened, a lady brought in a hibachi grill and was grilling hot dogs, so now we have to X-ray everyone's bags.
Yep. It's pretty much the same thing we do at the airports. Ever since 9/11 happened, we now have to get our bags screened because a group of idiots decided, hey, let's crash into the Twin Towers at Newark. So it's just, don't be an idiot. Be smart.
No grilling at Disney Springs. Save that for Fort Wilderness.
No. It's like, I get it that, if you're concerned about you have food allergies or whatever, some sort of dietary restriction, call ahead and see what restaurants have food available for you to eat.
Right.
Or you can look it up online. That's what I do. So hold on one second. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So Cargo says, or have a Canadian friend that knows. Oh, I'm sure you do, Cargo. I'm sure you do.
I wouldn't doubt Cargo. No, Cargo. Yeah. So basically, moral of the story: leave your grill at home. Call ahead to see what food options Disney has, or you can check online. They've got their menus online, so there's no excuse. And
we know that a lot of the places are running with a limited menu. So just call them and say, hey, do you have anything on your current limited menu that's kosher, or that's gluten-free, or that's keto, or that's vegan, or that's for a space alien, insert dietary restriction here. Hey, Christy, call ahead. But just please don't grill at Disney Springs. That's all we're asking of you. That's all I ask of you.
Oh yeah, Christy says she's keto, and Christy's keto, and it's like she knows what she can eat and what she can't eat. 2015, sorry, I'm like it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's downpouring.
I can hear it a little bit. I actually kept looking outside going, wow, is that it was loud enough that I thought it was actually like outside my house. I was like, man,
no, it's here. It's here.
That is some loud that is some weather, y'all. So, if we randomly lose connection with Roxana, it's because, she's flooding.
I'll be like, bye.
Somebody throw me a boat. I had the paddle. Where's the boat?
I need a safety vest. Oh my!
Shark attack! Shark attack!
Chrissy says, she's been keto for almost 2 years. Yeah, and back in 2015, and the only reason why I changed my diet was because in 2015 my dad had a heart attack, and heart attacks are hereditary. So you got to get it from somewhere in your family. So I drastically changed my diet. There are certain foods I completely cut out that trigger heart attacks, and I I don't have dairy, and that's part of the reason. But the other part of the reason that I cut dairy out, it doesn't make my skin look good. It does things to my skin. It makes my skin freak out. So and I've been told, if you are someone that breaks out and has severe acne, cut dairy out. So that's what I did. Yeah. So, and I've cut out a whole bunch of things, and I applied more fruits and vegetables into my diet. So, and it's now, when I travel, I'm a little bit more lenient.
Here, have a cupcake. I will tempt you with cupcakes.
It looks really good. So when I travel, I'm a little bit more lenient on what I eat, only because I don't want to like not eat because not eating is not good. So it's just Disney's very good. They're starting to amp up. Hey, Cargo's back. um, so they're starting to kind of like increase their amount of vegan and vegetarian options. They're increasing their gluten-free options, and I'm sure it's more diets and diet and allergy stuff comes about. They're going to increase it. They're going to be like, okay, we understand that we're not living in a world like back in like the 50s. You barely heard anything about a peanut allergy or dairy allergy because they didn't have a whole lot of the junk that's in our food today. And because of all the junk that's in our food today, well, you now have all these different allergies and sensitivities and stuff. And it's just like, I applaud for Disney for, broadening their menus. And
yeah, definitely. Well, Sam and I were talking this morning. I know we're completely off topic now. About the fact that we're going to go to Voodoo Donuts. We didn't do that last time we were at Universal, and we've never eaten there. So we're like, hey, we'll grab a donut. And I'm like, oh, they have a vegan donut. We can try it. And Sam's like, okay. So, and Cargo says, I never left. I'm painting, remember?
Oh. I'm oldest dirt. I've always had a peanut allergy.
Cargo, you're not old as dirt. My dad is old as dirt. My dad helped invent dirt and rode a dinosaur to school. Uphill both ways.
That's the story every parent tells like their kids.
My dad turns 81 next month, so I think he did help invent dirt.
Yeah.
So we were talking backstage after Kelly's stream the other morning. Well, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. It was Kelly yesterday. And we were talking about the potential things that may or may not happen at the Halloween party that we go, oh, we should talk about this tomorrow. We were talking about the fact that I've had several people cancel their not so scary Halloween party tickets.
Yeah.
Because they are concerned that they've heard from their best friend Susie's cousin Mark, who heard it on a Facebook group, that there's going to be no parades or fireworks at the Halloween party. Yeah. Nothing's been confirmed by Disney. Disney hasn't said a word about this. Now, let's admit it, Disney hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
But they're canceling anyway for the potential that this isn't going to happen. So that got us talking about other things. And one of the things that we started talking about was trick-or-treating. Yeah. And how is the trick-or-treating going to work? Because, everyone lines up and, the cast members are, hit candy and, like, people are breathing on the bins of candy and whatnot. Yeah. And I said, well, I can see it going several different ways. And Kelly mentioned that, they may just have the little 6 feet sections and, X amount of people can be in line at one time. I said that I could see them pre-bagging candy, like say, okay, here's a handful from this cast member and a handful from this cast member, and have 3 or 4 people, put in a handful, seal it up, and you get it. Like when you go in early and you're funneled off to your right through that backstage on stage portion. Yeah. Where like you can get photos taken, and they have sometimes they have topiaries and things, and they've handed you like this little this like bag of candy, like it's your first candy stop. I could see that being the only candy stop, but it being like a big, like the bags that they hand you, they already fill it with candy, and it's just boxes and boxes and boxes of them, and they just keep bringing out more boxes. Just because then it's limited people who have touched it and dealt with it, but then they would still have like here's your token to go to the X station if you have like if you're allergy friendly or you need the allergy friendly bag.
Yeah.
So that's something that I think could 100% happen. What do you think?
I think they will do something. I do agree. It's one of those things where it's like that the cast members are the ones handing you the candy. Even before this virus came about in years past, you opened up your bag and the cast members will shove a handful of candy and you never touched that candy. So I do think they would probably find a way to like pre-package it and in a way that's safe, obviously, and give you your candy that way. And if you have allergies, you can swap your bag for an allergy friendly bag. So I can see that happening. I I I do think they I do think the whole mask wearing thing will probably still happen in the fall. That's just my opinion. And for those of you who are like, I'm not gonna be wearing no mask going to Disney, suck it up, Buttercup. Because if Disney is like,
if you don't want to wear a mask, then you're not going to be going.
Yeah,
that's kind of at least through till Christmas.
Yeah,
I would say you're probably wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Cargo says, and then I can't ask for all the white Twix in the park. Note to everyone: send Cargo white Twix.
Cargo, I will send you white Twix, a whole bag full. Come Halloween, I'll send you a whole bag full.
I like white Twix.
I'll send you
and Reese's white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, I don't need them, but I love them.
Yeah.
And I think they're like either Almond Joys or Mounds. I can't remember which one it is. Almond Joys or Mounds.
Yeah. So for anyone that is like, well, I don't want to be watching. I don't want to be wearing no mask while I'm at Disney. It's going to take away from the magic. No, it's not. You make your trip the way you make it. And if you don't like the rules, stay home. Or you suck it up, Buttercup, and you wear a mask. Simple as that. It doesn't matter where you stand in the whole mask situation, whether you agree with masks or not. If a company such as Disney says, hey, if you want to enter our property, you need to have that proper face covering, you do what you need to do.
Right. Well, and here's exactly, you may not like it. Like the state of Kansas doesn't require a mask. It's never been mandated the whole time. But for you, your Illinois, if you leave your house, you must have a mask on, right? So if you go on a bike ride, you've got to have a mask. If you go jogging, you've got to have a mask. So I mean, just because we don't have to do it here in Kansas, if I were to go visit Roxanne, I would have to grab my mask and throw it on to go see Roxana. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, are there times where I've worn a mask and it felt uncomfortable? Yeah. But, I kept it on because I was outside of my house. My house is my safety zone. And
exactly,
anytime you step out of your safety zone, you have to do what your governors tell you to do. And it's like, and if they say, hey, you have to wear a mask anytime you leave your house, we're making it a rule now, you got to do what you got to do.
Right. Some people are like, well, I have glasses, I can't wear a mask. Well, my cousin, she's more like my niece, shared a little photo or a little video where you take a button and the itty bitty hair bit, the 90s plastic hair ties that are like this big that we use to like make cornrows of braids in our hair.
Yeah.
And you slip them through there and you slip the buttons onto your glasses and you hook your band over that button that's on your glasses.
Yeah. Cargo just said, I have no issues with masks, but there are some people who have medical reason not to wear one. So so it sucks for them for not, yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But hopefully it won't last forever. And that they can move their trip to a time when they don't have to worry about a mask.
Yeah.
I've seen people go, well, my son's 3 and he won't leave with mask on. And several people are like, you make it a game. You say, hey, look, mommy's got her mask on, daddy's got his mask on, Aunt Julie's got her mask on, and little Tommy, you have your mask on. Whoever leaves their mask on the longest wins a prize.
Yeah.
If you make it fun, if you make it more of a game, then they're going to be more receptive of it. If they go, oh my god, if they hear, oh my gosh, I have to wear this mask, and they take their cues from you, and they're going to complain about having to wear it and not want to wear it. But if you can make it fun, there's a higher likely that they will be more receptive to the fun part.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, with little kids, I understand, they're going to be touching their face. I understand that a lot of kids have sensitivity to things on their face and stuff. And if you do what you need to do, you like, hey, look, while we're at the parks, if you keep it on for the entire time that we're there, I'll treat you to like a toy or treat you to like an ice cream or something like that. So that'll give them the incentive, like, hey, if I want this ice cream, or I want this toy, whatever it is,
right,
I need to do what mommy is telling me to do because we need to follow these rules. So,
right.
And I don't think mask wearing will be a permanent thing. It doesn't make sense. It's they are working their way towards a vaccine. So for those of you who want to wait until a vaccine, a year, 2 years from now, there will probably be something that will, knock on wood, fingers crossed, it works. So,
right.
So it's one of those things where it's like, if you live in a state or if you work somewhere that requires you to wear a mask, you do what you got to do. And just because you're visiting Mickey Mouse, that does not give you the reason to not follow said rules. So,
right.
So, what I'm really curious to see is what parks will be opening first. I have a feeling Magic Kingdom will be first because that's their money maker. That's their their oldest park at Walt Disney World.
It's the park. When you think of Disney, you think of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is. Oh, I'm going to Disney. Oh, which park? I'm going to Disney. Yeah, which park? No, I'm going to Disney. It's got a castle. That's Magic Kingdom. That's one park. Oh. Yeah. Carga says, I can't wait for Roxana to see her new masks. Ooh.
I can't wait either. Although, according to Kelly thought I said fajita instead of Sophia.
Cargo.
So Cargo is now Sophia the fajita. And
we can't forget, and we're gonna make the fajitas in Christy's fondue pot.
Yes, with the grill.
And I'll bring the s'more stuff. We'll make s'mores instead of hot dogs.
Yes, we'll make some s'mores, or as Buzz will say, hot schmoes.
And fajitas. We'll have the oh, I know what'll make it perfect. We'll get one of those chocolate fountains, and instead of chocolate, we'll have it like with ranch dressing, and we'll have like crudités all around it. We'll make this a personal party.
Ranch and pizza. Just buy ranch and pizza. Just like
right outside of Blaze. We'll just set up outside of Blaze. It'll work perfect.
Yeah, we'll grab our pizza from Blaze. We'll have this fountain that spews out ranch dressing, and we'll just shove our pizza.
Stick it in and take a bite. Exactly. And we could have little cups that people could walk by and fill a cup of ranch for like $0.25. We could make a bundle.
Yes.
Ew, I don't deal with ranch.
Yes, Josh.
Margo, ranch is life.
Ranch is life. You know what? It's a Midwest thing. Us Midwesters, we love putting ranch on like every ranch on pizza, ranch on burgers. You name it.
Pop a bag. I guarantee you will love it. Pop a bag of microwave popcorn and dip your popcorn in the ranch dressing. It's fantastic. Ranch is like nasty feet. Like Sam would agree with you on that. Because Sam thinks ranch like smells like dirty feet. And whenever I go, can I get extra ranch? He's like,
that's what I think of blue cheese dressing. Blue cheese is disgusting. Oh, gross.
Blue cheese smells bad. Like when we go into Whole Foods, I can point out like before we even get up to the big cheese thing, because they're always moving them around. I'll go, the blue cheese is right there. It's right there. He's like, how do you? I'm like, I can smell it. You don't understand. I can smell it like a block away. It's bad.
It is bad. It's nasty. I would take ranch over blue cheese any day. Yeah, it's. I don't care if anyone that's watching that's a blue cheese fan. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. It smells like a gym sock.
It tastes like a gym sock.
Oh, it's just disgusting. It seriously is. It's the worst dressing ever. Who came up with blue cheese? No, who came up with blue cheese?
How did you know it was Peach? Peaches came over and was yelling at me, so I tried to pick her up, but she's like, no, I don't need to pick me up. So now she's standing in the middle. So, Sam's in the back room, and I'm in here, and Peaches is standing in the kitchen, and she'll yell at Sam, and then she'll turn and yell at me, and then yell at Sam and yell back at me.
So we have another person joining. Hello, welcome, Josh.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going good.
Hey, Josh, got enough Funko Pops there?
Nope. I need more. I have more over there that I haven't talked about on the channel yet. I'm so shiny.
Because I'm shining.
Shining.
Hold on.
Diamond in the rough. Strap my stuff.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, the light was like right on me, so I was like super shiny. I have more over here that I haven't spoken about yet. So that's why there's this row right here. Hold on. There's some right here that are missing. This will go all the way up. So I have more that are going to fix this whole area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm sitting at like 140, I think. But
see, you need to be sponsored by Funko.
I agree. Bring on any sponsor.
Funko, please sponsor Josh.
I agree.
You should take like a picture of you in front of your like Funko wall and send it to Funko's customer service.
Well, I will tell you right now, I have like a minuscule amount of Funkos compared to other people. So I got tired of them all being cramped on this shelf. So I decided to put them on the wall behind me. So there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's currently 100 behind me. So all my big ones are behind me here, and then I have more over here. So they're just super cheap. They're like $3 to $4 on Amazon. So I'm like, why not? Why not collect Funko Pops and have all the different movies versus having like paying $100 for a bag or $60 for a statue, if that makes sense. So I can have multiple movies involved and be okay. You want to see one of my new favorite ones that I'm so excited I just bought?
Yeah. Cargo says she owns 2 whole Funkos.
Look
and
at
yes,
this.
you are smart, Cargo.
Are you excited?
Ooh.
Once upon a time.
It's Regina. I just got her from a person in another state. So I was excited to pick her up.
I love that show. I
I've
wish
seen
it
it
was
like
still
7
on.
times. I've seen it so many times. So, what were y'all talking about?
We were talking about Disney Springs earlier and that lady grilling hot dogs because she couldn't find anything kosher on their menus.
She grilled hot dogs where?
Disney Springs?
At Disney Springs. Have you not heard about this?
No.
This lady brought like a portable grill. This lady and I guess her sister and like her daughter or whatever were
multiple kids
were like camped out in front of one of the restaurants with this portable grill, and they're like arguing back and forth with security while they're grilling hot dogs, saying we don't need to like follow your rules because they, according to those ladies, their restaurants didn't have anything kosher.
So she put everybody at risk instead of just leaving Disney Springs and going to buy something somewhere else.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, it was planned because she actually it was a hibachi grill and charcoal and lighter fluid and hot dogs and buns and ketchup and mustard. They rolled it in a big old suitcase like you would check into a plane.
That was my exact reaction too.
Did we ban her from property?
No one knows the end of the story.
No one knows.
Call Harvey.
Yeah. I hope she got banned. Bye, Felicia.
She gotta go. And the sad part is when Disney goes back to being 100% capacity, we're all gonna have to have our bags be checked like we do at the airport. So,
well, I mean, their bags are checked a lot.
Yeah, but they're not at Disney Springs.
Not at Disney Springs.
Oh, they should be. They should already been that way at the beginning with.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
So,
I feel like there should be. I feel like there should be a bag check at every point or something, letting you to kind of keep that area safe from any possibilities, because that's a major. Because people that want to experience Disney that can't experience Disney, can't pay for Disney, they go to Disney Springs. That way they can get a little bit of Disney experience for the cheap or for free.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every time I've been to Disney Springs in the last 3 years, it's been nonstop people. It's been crowded. You can barely walk. I mean, I swear it's just as crowded as Disney. So, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to speak this into fruition, but I feel like it's like a target point.
Yeah.
Easily, because I mean, there's thousands of people there.
Yeah. Well, if you can actually Google it, like lady grills hot dogs at Disney Springs. And there's just pictures of it. Like she's just arguing with security as she's continuing to grill hot dogs.
Hey, let me go. I'm gonna go grab my iPad real quick so I can see the comments, because I can't see anything comments yet right now.
Okay.
So I'll get back.
All right. So yeah, it's just why don't we just, all bring Sorry, my dog just walked into my room. It's like, why don't we just bring like things to make s'mores with or whatever? And it's just like start
Ranch fountain.
Yeah, a fondue fun.
Hello, irresistible magic is in the house. Hello.
So it's just like, why? And you know, bag checks or see that grilling incident is going to be the reason why we would have to do bag checks at Disney Springs.
Yep.
So it's just, can we? Honestly, quarantine, not good. Quarantine made people like forget their common sense and be like, what's common sense? So, yeah, it's just like now Disney Springs has to, you know, figure out a way how to do bag check while making that safe as well. So,
I mean, did you watch what's her name's video or the Disney Sisters video?
Was it the book swap thing?
No, they had she put a video about her first opening day of Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I literally spent all day watching live streams of opening day at Disney Springs, and I also spent all day watching vlogs because people there was like a whole bunch of YouTubers there, and they would spend part of the day at Disney Springs walking around, seeing what's open and seeing how everything is going to be working. And the moment they got home, they edited that video in like record time, and they uploaded that video the same day that they were there. I'm just like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
they got that up really quick. I was surprised. I mean, she was there. She was there for a while and got it up. Got back home and got it up quick.
Yeah. It's
I'm not the biggest fan of Disney Springs, so I don't know if I want to go. I wouldn't take a trip. I mean, I know they live in Orlando, but I would not take a trip from Jacksonville for 2.5 hours just to go to Disney Springs. It wouldn't. It does not interest me enough. Even for opening back up after like 2 months of being closed, it still doesn't interest me enough to go.
Yeah.
And walk around and not be in Disney. I know there's Disney stores that are open. I know, like, I think the World of Disney was open, I think.
It opens Wednesday.
Yeah, it opens.
Oh, so yeah, see, the opening day of Disney Springs, World of Disney wasn't even open yet. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. I know that one of the YouTubers who were there, he actually talked to one of the managers, and one of the managers told him that pin trading with cast members is temporarily suspended, just because they need to find a way to make it safe. You know.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about this earlier.
So,
it's I agree with y'all when y'all were saying like where you Roxana said where you can put it on a board instead of putting it on lanyards and put it on like a little key clip thing.
Yeah.
Put it on a board and allow them to trade. But because I was thinking about it too, because when y'all were talking about it, I was like, well, what if they put them in like little baggies, like put it on a little baggie like you would get off if you bought a lot of them from like eBay or something, like have these little bags, and pin those to the board, and you can be like, okay, I want that one, and then you give them the bag.
Yeah.
But then that would help with sanitation. But at the same time, it's like when that customer now receives a pin, they're gonna have to take the time to sanitize it, and then put it in a baggie, and then pin it back to the board, and they're not going to have time because you know good and well Disney's going to be very, very crowded when it opens back up. Unless they limit the amount of people that are allowed in the parks to like insane numbers where they can't have that many people in the parks, they're going to be busy. They're not going to have time to take a pin and sanitize it and put it in a bag and pin it to a board.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's probably better just to suspend pin trading for a while. I would think at least till the end of the year. People can still buy pins very much. They can still do whatever they need to do. They don't need to trade though. I mean,
you can always trade. do pin trading through Facebook because I've done it that way.
Regular human beings that don't have Disney YouTube or don't really do pins on the every day don't really know about Facebook pin trading. And it also then comes to, are these people going to be trustworthy enough to actually send a pin back? Are they reliable enough? Are they going to send a good pin that's not a scrapper? Because 50% of people that pin trade in the parks that are everyday Joes buy lots on eBay, and they're scrappers.
Yeah.
So you run the risk of getting a scrapper back, and it's a good idea if people want to do it. Yeah, maybe Disney can start a Facebook group for pin trading for the parks, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of the amount of people that do pin trading in the parks is insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I will admit, I know that some of my pins are fake, but those are staying in my personal collection, so I don't care, and I'm not trading those. And by keeping them in my personal collection, I'm taking them out of rotation, so that no one else gets it. Right. So, and I plan on doing some sort of fun craft with my fake pins, so I just got to figure out what that craft is going to be.
Make a cork ear and put your pins on your ears, or put your pins on your ears.
So, I've actually thought about doing that. I need to figure out how to make it so that it's not so that the cork is not flimsy, or and then the ears are not heavy. So,
right.
Well, if you get there's a thing that you can get. I'm pretty sure you can get it from a home store or a kitchen store. But we have in the house, we have cork placeholders. So you can put your plate on it whenever you go to cook. So it's like a plate mat, basically.
Yeah.
And you put your plate on that. Or they have cork board that they sell in these things that you can use when you put pot holders, like a pot holder.
Yeah.
They're super thin, but they're maybe half an inch wide, but they're super light. You can barely feel them in your hand when you're holding them. So research that and use those. They're and they come in a circle like this big.
Yeah.
And you probably could just trace out the ear right from the edge. And just cut it with a X-Acto knife or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Pin trading for sure is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if they are going to sanitize the pins, because you need to find something that won't ruin the enamel. So that's going to be...
They probably could just use sanitizer. I don't know if hand sanitizer really will do that much to a pin, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna fork out more money for an expense that's not completely necessary for the whole magic behind Disney.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to waste money and resources on pin trading when that's not it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
It's not a necessity, but it does bring them a lot of money, because people will.
They can still sell pins.
Right, yeah. But people will buy mystery boxes of pins to turn around and trade.
Right.
And so if the trading goes away, the mystery boxes people will stop buying the mystery boxes, because that's why Sam and I decided I wanted to pin trade. So I bought $50 worth of mystery box pens just to be able to trade.
Yeah.
And that's not a whole lot of pins, in the parks. And the sole goal for that was to use them as traders. So if people can't trade, some of their pin pricing, Mike. The sales of certain things will go down, and the last thing Disney wants right now is any loss in sales.
Right. I just don't think that in Disney thinking about it, that they truly make that much money off of pins, because I think people are venturing away from buying traders in the parks and they're going to eBay. So, I mean, if I had to go spend $50 without knowing, if I were to say I want to spend $50 and get 6 pins versus going and spending $50 and getting 150 pins on eBay and trading, I mean, where would you technically go? But I mean, I don't think they're going to suspend it very long. I think they're going to probably suspend it for a couple months, probably till like October-ish, November-ish.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have so many releases of pins in October, November, and December because of Christmas and Halloween. So I truly don't think they're going to suspend it that long, but I feel like they have to do it just for the safety. But like, what's her name said, Irresistible Magic, she was saying trade your own risk. They could very well just say, hey, put signs up and say, hey, trading's available, you can trade, but they're not going to have cast members having them on their lanyards, and they're not going to have cast members with the clips. They're just going to have boards everywhere. Because, like, you remember Epcot, I don't know if Roxanne will remember this because I don't know if she's been there for a while, but the Epcot Starbucks used to have a giant board outside the Starbucks where you could walk up and trade up to like 4 pins. So, and they had a cast member there that was just making sure, patrolling how many who got what and how many each person took. But I think it's a good idea. I think it's probably something they should still do, but just limit the amount of contact the person has with a cast member.
And what people can always do is they can always take their pins back to their resort or home or whatever and quickly run like a sanitation wipe over the pins. If that's what makes them feel comfortable, they can always do that.
Well, my thing is like, so I have friends that are CPs and were CPs, and they had the biggest issue with their job every day was when they would have a lanyard or they would have a clip on, people would just come there and just snatch the lanyard as it was still on the desk. So that right there is going to be hard. Unless they just get rid of that altogether, it's going to be really difficult for people to stay away from cast members. Unless they truly just like say, don't walk around the store anymore, just be behind the desk, and you can still pin trade. So.
Yeah. So,
hi, Orlando Mike. How's it going? I know.
Hello, Playdates and Travels.
And Playdates and Travels here. Hello, everybody.
So hello to everyone that's just now joining. We're kind of just talking about Disney Springs and then their reopening and how that all went. For the most part, it went well, besides that one incident. People do not bring a grill and nearly set Disney Springs on fire. Just don't.
Just bring a ranch fountain. Ranch fountains are okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? Speaking of ranch, the garlic ranch from what's it called? The restaurant in Tomorrowland. I can't remember what it's called.
Cosmic Rays?
Yes, they had a garlic ranch there that came out of a bucket that you would press. And it was literally heaven in a dispenser. Oh, it was so good. We would used to get we would get a big container of it, and we would just take it and just dunk our fries, dunk our chicken nuggets in it.
Put it on your burger.
See,
Cargo's like gonna have heart failure over all the ranch dressing.
See, I'm from the Midwest, and us Midwesterners, we put ranch on like everything.
Oh, so do we.
Fries, burgers, you name it.
I put it on my pizza.
Heck yeah.
Then we can hang out.
Yes.
Because I put it on my pizza as well.
So, you know what I was talking about?
Hey, Candy Mom.
I was thinking about this the other day. Oh, just not the other day. Just like a few minutes ago. What are they going to do in regards to... So, like, pin trading is a topic that we've been talking about with, like, limiting, like, touch and stuff. What are they going to do with, like, Happily Ever After and the Festival of the Fantasy Parade?
I have a feeling parades and fireworks might be temporarily suspended for the moment because they draw on crowds. Or
if they get rid of Happily Ever After, they're not going to sell as many tickets, I feel.
Yeah.
Because that is a selling point for Magic Kingdom is Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever are like two of the main reasons people go to those parks, especially at night.
Yeah. Either that, or I could maybe they might put markers and just have people all spread out. So who knows what they will do with fireworks and parades, because
it's gonna be crazy. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out. I don't.
Yeah, because
I've been told there's not going to be same day ticket sales. You can't go walk up to the counter and buy a ticket. Like, you have to have a ticket in advance.
Yeah.
So
Candy
I don't
Mom
know.
says hello.
Hi, Candy Mom. Candy Mom and okay, look, play dates and travels. Okay, we can have a conversation. Okay, ma'am. Illuminations was fantastic. Okay, it was a great show. Illuminations had a lot of boring points. Okay, there was a lot of time where you're just sitting there twiddling your phone and playing on your phone and twiddling your thumbs, not knowing what's going to happen. You're like, what is this? Why is this globe in the middle of the pond just sitting there spinning for like 45 minutes? When happily ever after, there's never a freaking dull moment. There's always places to look. There's always things to do. And then you get Epcot Forever, and Epcot Forever is so nostalgic on all the old things that happened with Disney. Ugh. Epcot Forever. So WDW Aristocrats, I don't know if y'all know.
Yes.
They came out with what they call the Epcot Forever for now, because it's Epcot Forever, but it's only a temporary show.
Right.
So
until what? Is it Horizon? No.
They go, it's called Epcot Forever for
now. No, the new one. The other one. It starts with an H.
I think it was Horizons.
Okay, then I was right.
Yeah, it sounds
Horizon sounds right. Yeah.
Oh my God, Cat, come join us. Come talk with us.
Cat, you want to join? Kitty Cat.
That'd be great, because it is about 8:20 here, and I actually need to go make dinner for Sam and myself. And thank you so much for having me on. Hello, and thank you everyone in the chat for being so supportive of Roxana. She's doing awesome with her live streams.
Woo! And they're now a permanent part of my channel. So every Saturday night at 8 Eastern, Walt Disney World time, I will be doing live streams. So anyone that has a YouTube channel and would like to join, send me a message on Instagram, and I'll send a link. So.
Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling happy tonight, Miss Cat. I'll have Peaches send you kitty kisses. Have a great night, everyone, and make sure if you have not yet to subscribe to Life with Roxana and to Josh Duos Missy. Bye.
Bye, Lena. Okay. So
Playdates and Travel should come join us. I want to talk to her anyways.
Christina, do you want to join? No. Cargo no channel here. So yeah, definitely parades and fireworks for sure are going to be very interesting, because they're they do draw in a lot of crowds. They get packed, especially during the summer. Summer is high peak season for Disney, and it can be elbow to elbow within a few hours. And oh yeah, she can't.
Oh, okay.
She's got okay. And it can be elbow to elbow very quick. So you're kind of like this, and it's going to be very interesting.
Anxiety.
So I don't know if they will temporarily suspend parades and fireworks and shows. I don't think they'll stop them forever. for sure. I don't
Oh
think
no.
they will be nuts if they stock them forever because they're crowd favorites. So it's definitely
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird going and walking around the parks and not hearing Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Because we don't watch Happily Ever After from the front. We basically walk around and do other things while we listen to it and watch the fireworks from wherever we are.
Yeah.
For some reason, we always tend to be in Tomorrowland whenever the fireworks go off. Like we always end up being in Tomorrowland, either on People Movers or about to ride Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
So I was watching someone's live stream the other day, and everybody in the comments got to let me know what's going on. But I was told, or I heard them say that they want to get rid of everything in Tomorrowland except Tron and Carousel Progress. And I was like, first of all, hell no. No. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get rid of Buzz Lightyear. They wanted to get rid of the Stitch meet and greet. They wanted to get rid of People Movers. They wanted to get rid of the Buzz Lightyear meet and greet. They wanted to get rid of the Speedway, and basically leave, I guess, Tron, Space Mountain, and Carousel Progress.
Yeah.
And then make other rides.
First of all, anyone that wants to get rid of the Stitch meet and greet, you're nuts. I love Stitch. He's hilarious. He's fun to interact with.
I love the People Mover.
We got to keep the People Mover. No, do not get rid of People Mover. No.
It's the best part.
It is. It's seriously like you get to see behind Space Mountain when you like go through part of it, and it's fun. It's the one ride where you can kind of just kick your feet up and relax and just like breathe for a moment, and you do get a nice breeze because
it's also like the only ride on property that they will allow you to ride again without having to get off of the cart.
Yeah.
So, Christy, come join us. Christy, come chat with us.
Christy, do you want to come chat?
Obama.
So yeah, the only ride where I've gotten lucky where I got to stay on it and not get off and having to go back in the queue was Splash Mountain, but that was only because there was no line. There was like literally no one waiting in line. It was
Christy said send her the link and then send Kat the link too. Kat will come chat, but she can't video, so she can just talk.
Okay.
So send Christy a link and then send Kat a link.
Okay. I'm gonna do that now. So, and the reason why it was like that was because it was a day where the weather just wasn't that great and no one was in line. And so the cast member was like, do you want to stay on and go on it again? I'm just like, well, yes, please.
On Splash Mountain?
Yeah, Splash Mountain.
So we were there one time, and I went on Splash Mountain 4 times in a row. And it wasn't even that I was left on. I literally, after we went down the main drop, you do a lot of like looking through the ride and you just like look around. As soon as I got off of the drop, I would pull my phone out and I would immediately get me a fast pass for the next like 10 minutes ahead of me. So then literally as I would walk off the ride and walk out of the queue and everything, I would walk right back up to the front, scan my magic band, and do it again. So I did that 3 times in a row after the first initial fast pass. So like I would do it. As I was like exiting the ride, I would get another fast pass and do it over and over and over again. And got to go on Splash Mountain 4 times in a row, which is like the greatest day of my life because I love Splash Mountain.
Yeah,
it's my favorite ride.
I love Splash Mountain. like what you were saying earlier about the fireworks, I've watched Happily Ever After twice from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Like I was on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train while the fireworks were going off, and that was quite a view.
Oh, it's amazing. The only time I've ever been on a ride when riding or while the fireworks are going off was Thunder Mountain.
Oh, yeah,
I went up Thunder Mountain and was going up the lift, and that's when I saw him.
Hello,
Cat.
See, look, I'm here.
We've got Cat and
You're here to make it clear.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't look great right now. A little scary. Yeah, I really don't see them getting rid of the People Mover because I feel like it's such an iconic piece of Tomorrowland. And it's so Walt driven. But I could see them getting rid of Buzz only because they have Toy Story Land. And they could be like, well, we really don't need it.
But it has so much, like, it's so tied into, like, space and the future with, laser guns and things like that. Now, I could very well imagine them, like, refurbishing it and getting some guns that work.
Yeah. Every time I do it, at the end, my finger's numb.
Right. Like, and then halfway through the ride, you don't even know where your laser is.
Yeah.
Like, you have to stop and look at other people's lasers to realize where yours is.
It's like, is that my laser? Is that someone else's laser?
Right. They need to refurbish it. They need to get some better, more futuristic looking buggies. They need to go the same form of California's where guns come off and you can shoot them more freely, because when you are in a cart with somebody else and you're being spun and your gun's not in the direction that it needs to be in, you're screwed. Like you have no way of winning. Now, like myself, I'm a galactic hero every single time I play. I have never not been a galactic hero because I'm amazing.
Ooh.
But I literally have like 45 galactic hero stickers.
I'm usually a woodchuck or something.
A woodchuck?
I don't know. I'm like way low. I literally don't know what I'm hitting. I'm just like pew 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 pew.
That is not a galactic anything. There's no woodchucks in the space.
There could be.
What would a woodchuck wood in space?
A tip that I learned for scoring high is if you hit Emperor Zurg, he's a lot of points. And
right below him, like below him.
Yeah, like below him. And there are other areas, if you were to hit certain targets, they will boost you up.
So the first room that you walk in, or you ride in, there's an orange alien robot. If you hit the inside of his arm, that's worth 50,000 points. Or 25,000 points, I mean. And then the next room is the volcano room. You hit the top volcano target, that's 25,000 points. And then the next room after that is Zurg. And if you hit below Zurg, it's 100,000 points.
Yeah.
So, and then there's also one target in the camera room that's worth 25,000, but I'm not 100% sure where it is. I know that either when I come into the camera room, I'm either posing for a picture because I already have Galactic Hero, or you're going to see me doing this. Trying to get the last target. Like that. Because I need like 5,000 more points and I have to hit it. So like, screw the picture. But like, usually I'm like this. I'm like.
Yeah, I'm always like, looking off in the distance and like have some confused look on my face because I'm trying to find my laser. I'm just like,
yeah. And Leanne, these are all Funko Pops behind me. all these are all my Funko Pops that I have in my collection. I got this one the other day. It's not Disney, but it's the original Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, hold on.
There you go.
Okay, that is awesome.
I got him for $10. He's worth like $45. So I got him, and then I also got this one that I'm very, very proud of.
Hey, Christy.
My Nick Wilde. So, Christy!
Hi. Sorry, it took me a minute. I was actually watching you guys from the bath, so I had to get out and get dressed.
Nice.
I do that a lot. I play on TikTok while I'm taking a bath.
Hey, it's relaxing.
It is.
Playdate's Travel. Your name is Christina, right? Her name is Christina? Yeah. Okay. There was a dude on, well, I did a pin trade with somebody, and we got talking about Funko Pops after we did our trade, and she said she bought like 10 Funko Pops from this dude that was down out of his collection. And I was like, well, let me talk to him because I want to see if there's anything left that's Disney. And when I tell y'all guys, he was selling like $80 to $90 to $100 value pops for $10 a piece because he was trying to get rid of them.
What?
Yes. He had Ham. He had Buzz Lightyear, the original Buzz Lightyears. He had Rex, Woody. He had Miss Potts. He just had so many amazing Funko Pops that he sold, and I got really bummed because I was not able to get them because I got there late. But I ended up getting the Edward Scissorhands from him. I got Regina, and then I ended up getting Fred from Big Hero 6 from him too.
Oh my gosh!
And then look what I got.
I'm so jealous.
You have so many Funkos.
One of these days, we're going to see a sponsored video on Josh's channel, and it's going to be it's sponsored by Funko.
All right.
Well, like I was saying earlier, is Funkos are super cheap on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and you type in Disney Funko Pop, you could literally find like 100 to like 150 Funko Pops that are all Disney related for like under $10.
Yeah, they're like $7.80 or something like that. Some are even as low as $5.
Yeah, so they're
I will be right back.
Cheap.
Okay.
I just filmed a Funko Pop haul. Was from all the Funko Pops that I bought in the last like 3 months, and it was 35.
That's a lot.
It's like a 35-minute video, and I'm dreading editing it. I don't want to edit it.
I'm at my dining room table, and my sister and I are going to Disney in February, so I've ordered a bunch of shirts and things, and they're just piling up right here, right next to the 4 boxes from Roxana for a swap that we did. I'm like, I'm still waiting on more stuff to come in, so I'm like, I'll just wait till everything comes in and then film.
Yeah, I've been like messaging back and forth with Christy. I'm like, have you got this box yet? Have you got that box yet?
Yeah, the last one came in today.
Yeah, the one that I was worried about the most was the one that was coming from UK because for some reason the tracking never showed up on my end. I'm like, tracking, why are you not working for me? And it's just like, okay.
Oh my God, I did a pin trade with somebody and she never sent the pin.
Yeah. Was it in a group?
It was a group, but she said she sent the pin and she gave me tracking for it, but the pin never showed up. And then it says when in the tracking, it doesn't even say it was even like sent to the post office. It said it was just like the shipping label was created. So
she never dropped it off. She probably created it herself online. Right. Yeah, and never dropped it off.
So she's saying she sent it. She said it should already be here. She said that every single one of her trades are lost. So my pin came to her in like 2 days. So she's saying that she'll send it back to me. So we'll see what happens. I did like 20 trades in the last 2 weeks and didn't have any issues with any of them but that one. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
That happened to me with one in I think it was Disney Kitties exchange one, and it took her 3 months to get it to me, and I had to communicate with an admin, and the admin threatened to report her, and that's when she sent it to me.
3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Golly,
she just never sent it.
She just kept forgetting
until the admin threatened to report her. She kept saying, "Oh, I sent it. Oh, I sent it." No, you didn't. You didn't even give me tracking until you confirmed with tracking. So I reported it to the admin, and the admin took care of it pretty much. I mean, I had to take care of it with her, but yeah. I think they ended up kicking her off because of that.
Yeah, she said she was saying that everybody that she traded with was complaining about not getting their pin yet. And I'm like, well, it did happen like almost 2.5 weeks ago is when the trade went down. So yeah, you may have sent out tracking, but it's saying you never sent the pin. So either A, you're lying, or B, you're a scammer. But I don't think she's a scammer because she hasn't blocked me. She hasn't like tried to like remove herself from anything. She's just there, and she's being openly honest about it, but it just hasn't been sent. I don't think it's been sent because I haven't received it. And I'm like, yeah, pins might be lost, but not 8 or 9 pins that you trade. Yeah. So 1 or 2 might get lost accidentally, but like your whole entire lot is not going to get lost in the mail. So I'm bummed because it's a Merida pin, and I really, really wanted it, and it was something that I was super excited about getting, but it wasn't like something that I traded that was super expensive. I didn't give her like a really rare pin or anything like that. So she's offering to send the pin back, which is, I guess, a good step. So
yeah.
Hey! No, sorry, I have my paint chip up that tells you this is going to be gray. I gotta be honest with everyone. I'm not doing great. I'm sure everybody's been through it, and no, I'm not alone. But I just really bad depression, and for a happy person, that is just no fun.
Game changer.
This morning, I woke up extremely grumpy and annoyed with like everything. It was so funny because my husband was just asking my son to come downstairs, and I was like, "Ah!" So, luckily, I had plans to go, and I mean, he wasn't doing anything. It was just me, and luckily, I had plans to go somewhere with my friend, and we were supposed to go to the vineyards, but then it was supposed to rain, so we went to the mall instead, and then it never rained, but we walked what they call, it's called the Missing Disney Mall, or it's Opry Mills in Nashville, and it's got a Rain Tree Cafe, and it's got all those fancy Disney-esque restaurants, and then a bunch of pop culture stores that have Disney and Jim Shores and all that stuff. So we walked the mall and ate lunch. Well, not lunch. We ate an appetizer and had a drink at Rain Tree Cafe. So that helped me. But yeah, this morning I was just in a funk.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think too, because my iron was really low. I don't know if you guys know, I've told everybody that I have bleeding disorder and low chronic anemia. So I had 1 transfusion, and infusion, not transfusion, infusion. I have 1 more next week. So that'll start getting my perk back. That'll help because I'm drained. There's nothing left. I'm on empty. But I do have this.
I'm guessing it's a cat.
It's little Crunk.
Aww.
This is Atticus Crunk.
Such a cute name.
And he just came home today. And he is the sweetest little baby. He's so sweet. My cats are like not happy with me right now. They are so mad.
How many do you have now?
I have 3 now. Now I'm officially a crazy cat lady.
No, you have a family. You're not a crazy cat lady.
No, yeah.
My family thinks I'm a crazy cat lady.
You're married with children and you have cats for pets. You're not a crazy cat lady.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the oldest one, Mushu, he is my son's cat. So technically that's not my cat. And the second one, adopted us. So really, I didn't pick him. He picked me. And in this one, he needed a home.
Yeah.
I can't say no.
I will tell you right now. So I have three Disney friends, and that I'm communicating with on like a daily basis, like my main like group of friends that I talk to, and all three of them suffer with anxiety and depression. And I will tell you, with what's going on with the world right now with the pandemic and everybody being in kind of like a funk, everybody's in it. Everybody feels that way. I feel like even if if you're on a daily basis, you're fine and you go to work and you're whatever you need to do, like seeing things closed and not being able to do your daily routine of maybe just going to the store or going, hey, I'm bored, I want to go to, let's say, Ross and get a shirt or something. You can't do that because it's closed. So you kind of get in a funk, and I feel like everybody is kind of that way. Everybody's trying to fight through it and just be happy-go-lucky for the sake of it, but I feel like it's really hard to do that. Like I've never technically suffered through depression. I've never technically been diagnosed with depression, but I'm not the same like I usually am. Like anywhere near it.
I don't think anyone is really at all. And being at the mall today, there were people there. There were quite a few people there. There were stores open, but a lot of them were closed, and some of them weren't letting people in. They had a table at the front door, and they were like, "Okay, what do you want? We'll go get it for you." I'm like, that's a personal shopper. If I wanted a personal shopper, I would use a Disney personal shopper. I wouldn't go to the mall. And I mean, the whole point of shopping is to touch things and feel the fabric and window shop. And you can't do that right now.
I did go into Joann's today, and I'm so excited because someone's fabric is still not here. And I need to go now. So I found fabric that I liked, but they only let 5 people in at a time. And I'm glad, but it was like really spooky. It was just fabric and me and Bob, and we're like,
our outdoor mall we have here in Jacksonville, they have a Joann's there, and like you said, they're only allowing 70 people in at once. But we would drive around and look at everything. There would be people standing outside Joann's in a line for hours to get into the store, and I'm like, I understand why they're doing it because they need to make fabric. They want fabric for like masks and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I just could not imagine standing outside Joann's for hours at end trying to get fabric. And then like, there's a store that's like, it's called, I don't know if any of y'all have it, but it's called Five Below.
Yeah. It's closed right here, right now.
Ours was closed like 2 weeks in. So like 2 weeks after it all started going down, they eventually closed. For 2 days, for some reason, they opened their doors up and put signs all over their windows and said, come to the door. We will go shopping for you. Give us a list. We will go get what you want and whatever. But I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Five Below's, their shelves are different like every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have new stuff from new movies and new posters and new clothing and everything every single day. I'm like, I don't even know what you have on your shelves. How can I tell you what I want?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I don't understand.
Well, and 2, it's an impulse buy store. Like, you go in there and buy impulse buys. At least
right. Like, you go to the door and they have a little thingy that you suction to the back of your phone to hold your phone up. I'm like, I wouldn't think to buy that unless I was standing in front of it.
Yeah. Christina, a lot of stores are not taking returns right now. Bath and Body Works, like we were standing in line to go into Bath and Body Works, and the way they were doing it is they said, okay, grab a bag as soon as you walk in. Like they have the bags that they put the stuff in, and they're like, that bag is the bag you're going to put stuff in while you're shopping, and the bag you're going to take out of the store.
Yeah.
And then when they were telling us that, they were like, and you can't, we're not taking returns right now or exchanges. And then I was at another store, and where like a soap store where you bring your empty container and they refill it and give you $1 off. They're not doing that right now either they'll still give you the $1 off, but they will not refill your container. You have to get a new container.
Oh, a lot of places are not doing returns.
Yeah.
They're like, there's signs everywhere at grocery stores. Do not return anything you buy because it will not be returned.
Mm-hmm.
I did cry today because we passed the Disney store and Bob's like, "Oh, we should stop," and I was like, "It's not open. Why did you say that?"
When
he was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I can't get to the parks, I like to just go to the Disney store and just walk around.
Yeah, it just gives you that little boost you need, and there was no boost.
You hear the music, and not even buy anything.
Mm-hmm. I was thankful today. There's a Disney store shop in the mall I went to, but it was closed. But they had their lights on, so you could see in.
That's a tease. That's so rude.
No, I liked it. I was like, oh, they've got their lights on. It was kind of like at first I was like, oh, they're open, and then my friend was like, no, they're not. I was like, oh. But I did get to look in the window.
Yeah. Everything up here is still closed because we're still on lockdown. So, and we're not opening back up until the 30th. So, and our governor just gave bars, restaurants, stores, and hair salons the okay to open up on the 29th. So,
yeah.
I swear to you, Florida's like, you know what? Corona's not real.
It is. It's like, we'll be fine. We have alligators. We'll take our chance.
Florida was like, we're taking a break for a little bit from the world. We're just going to take a quick little break. We'll be back though, and then we're not going to listen to what the governor says. We're just going to open when we're ready, because everything is opening up here. Everything, traffic is back to normal. Like you can't drive without getting in traffic now, and like we went to a grocery store yesterday or Thursday. No, it's yesterday. We went yesterday, and it's a grocery store that's basically meat, vegetables, and fruit. That's it. There's no like anything like cereal or carbs or like that. It's all basically just those things, and it's called Freshfield, and it's like in the same form of like an IKEA. So you have to walk one direction, and you can't go backwards.
I literally just had a conversation about IKEA the other day, I have to tell you.
And it was exhausting. There were signs everywhere that says stay 6 feet apart. No one was doing it. People were on top of you. They were breathing on you. I was like, I don't know if y'all can read, but you need to get your butt somewhere else.
Oh,
Luna. No, I was just talking about IKEA with my friend, and she says it gives her a panic attack because she can only go one way, and she's like, "No, I need to know I can go out the other way. I need to go back." So like, she will not go to IKEA anymore.
I can't do IKEAs.
Yeah,
I've been in IKEA one time, and I've never went back.
I've never been in one.
I really do like their kids stuff, like for kids' bedrooms. I always use that for my kids.
I don't know why, but I just can't do it. I'm not a fan at all. Like, I think they're too overhyped, and then like you have to pay to put your own crap together. Like, hello. Yeah. Like,
oh my god, sorry, this computer's like updating. So that's why I had Bob.
Our stores, I shop at Kroger. It's just a grocery store. It still has like no regulation. They don't have anything where a certain amount of people can come in, nothing. But Walmart is like regulating everything. It has certain ways down the aisles you can go. And I've even gone to Kroger, and it says you can only get two packets of beef. I picked up 8, and they let me buy it. And then I was at Walmart, and it said you could only get 1 toilet paper, and I got 2. And they're like, no, you can't have this second one. I was like,
yeah. I shop at Mariano's, which is under the Kroger umbrella, and they've got markers all over the place, and they've got like plexiglass at the registers and stuff. And I'm just like,
sounds fancy.
It is. It's a fancy grocery store because they have like a sushi bar and a hot bar, and Kat, I see the look on your face. I know you love sushi.
We do have a sushi bar at our Kroger. I used to get sushi there all the time before I went keto, and then when I went keto, I never really.
Does everybody love sushi here?
I love sushi. Yeah. I just don't get to eat it.
Why don't you get like the veggie roll?
Because it's still, I can't have rice. And I mean, there's no point. I can eat sashimi. I can eat sashimi, which is just raw fish.
I can't live without rice. Like I probably eat rice like 4 times a week. Like no joke. That's what I live off of.
Yeah. I'm half Mexican and rice is a staple food. So
the other night on Tuesday night, we went to a Mexican restaurant that we go to almost every Tuesday night because they have $2.75 margaritas and they're huge. And then they have $1.50 tacos. You can get chicken or beef. Okay. Every Tuesday night, they've had this same special for years. And we've gone like every Tuesday night for like years. And they have been closed, obviously, because of the whole pandemic. And we went for the first time since they've been opened. And there was a sign outside that says, we will be charging you extra for beef. We will be charging you extra for steak. And we are charging you extra for chicken. And then they stopped the $2.75 margaritas. They went to the regular prices of like $7 for a margarita. And then they stopped the Taco Tuesday, which is $1.50 tacos. So we had to get regular priced items. And then every single thing we added or asked for extras of, she was like, it's going to be extra money. I was like, I literally asked for an extra thing of lettuce. How much is it going to be? And then she was like, like, are you making it up on the top of your head?
Gonzo!
I'm like,
that was loud. I know that was loud.
So
yeah, I'm very curious to see how the restaurants, especially the ones opening up right now down in Disney Springs, how they are recouping some of that lost money. Are they doing add-ons? Are they charging more for their stuff? I mean, like, but you got to be careful too, because people are going to be like, well, then I'll go somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
It was nice to see everybody in Disney Springs, like vlogging, and like that was very hopeful. Like it made me happy to see people like eating like in a restaurant.
But with the restaurants though, let's say Cinderella's Royal Table. Okay? Cinderella's Royal Table has very limited table space in the restaurant. There's not a whole lot of tables in that restaurant.
Yeah.
Regardless. But then you have to sit 6 feet apart. So they're going to put someone every other table probably.
Yeah.
And then Royal Table has meet and greets. There's 4 princesses that come out. Are those going to continue?
I don't think they are.
And then are they going to have to charge more because they're not seating as many people during the day? Like they're probably going to be seating half as many people than they used to do.
I don't know about the price, but I did hear that for the meet and greet part of it, they won't be able to approach them. They'll be up there to where you can see them, but you can't approach them, and they won't come to the tables.
Oh wow!
So there's basically they're just basically existing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I wonder how Disney will do characters like in the park who are in costumes. Are they going to still allow you to go up to them and take pictures? I know they said no selfies or no, like, you can't use your camera. You can only use their thing. I'm just curious as to like how that's going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I personally feel like costume characters, they should be able to keep up, like Pluto, Mickey, Minnie, all those things. But like human characters that are like Tinkerbell, Merida, and all them, those need to like go away because you can't tell a 2-year-old not to hug their favorite princess.
Yeah. I Merida's on my list. I'm gonna hug her.
You haven't met Merida yet?
I haven't either.
Oh, 5 times now, and every single time she's not there, and I'm like, but I just want to meet her.
Bye, guys. Love you all. This has been
Bye,
fun.
Christina.
Rude.
Josh, you don't understand. I've tried every single time that I've gone, and I'm so sad. It's on my bucket list because I just can't. It seems unachievable.
Yeah.
I've met Merida more than any character on property.
See, Kat, I got lucky the last time I was there. I was able to meet Merida. What I think you need to be with me because I somehow I have like a lucky horseshoe in my pocket every time I go to Disney. Kat, I'll make it happen.
Okay. Because I mean, she's my favorite princess other than Mulan.
Kat.
Yes.
You need to meet Merida with me.
Okay.
Because I know the person who's friends with Merida.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna be there in October, so when I'm there, I'll bring a ling-a-ding-you, and I'll be like, "Help me."
Okay, because I can. I know multiple people that are friends with Merida, and I'm just gonna say it's a lot more fun when you know the person who's friends with Merida. I'm just saying they make Merida's experience is a lot more fun because she's not rushing to get you out to meet more people.
Gonzo, look.
Okay, I've never met Gonzo. Who's Gonzo? I want to meet Gonzo.
Well, I'm going to meet Gonzo in October and Al, so I'm very excited. I don't know the exact date yet because I haven't told them when I'm coming. So, but I am going to meet up with you guys.
Gonzo, come chat with us. I don't know who you are, but I want to say hi.
You don't know who Gonzo is? Oh, he's amazing.
Gonzo's awesome. He's...
That was a lot. She's like, Gonzo is amazing. She's like,
yeah, check out his channel, Josh.
Yeah,
I will.
Gonzo.
I'm going to go subscribe right now.
There you go. Hi, Luna. Luna, you are just so sweet.
Gonzo, do you want to come chat, Gonzo?
What Gonzo?
She's had a haircut yesterday.
Well, Cynthia,
I got my nose.
both of my dogs got haircuts. Oh, one's laying right next to me.
Oh, guess what? Okay, so I know I told Roxana this, but I'm on this Facebook group where they do waffles, not the kind you eat, although those are delicious. But you put like each number you pay for. If your number gets spun, you win the item. Well, I paid $8 and I won. What's it called? When you work at the park, cast member exclusive Mickey Mouse Clubhouse suitcase and luggage thing.
Oh, nice.
For $8.
And until I said luggage, you're like, luggage.
Like that. She knew what I was talking about. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get that because my luggage had a very sad incident with a conveyor belt and it was not good. So now I have new luggage for Disney.
Conveyor belts at airports are terrible.
Yeah, it tore it up. And it was like a hard case too. It wasn't even like it wasn't even a fabric case. So I don't even want to know what that would look like.
I know you added me to that group, but I'm just like, I don't need any more reasons to spend money.
So
I was like, I'm like, first of all, why is it called cheese? Or no, pancakes. Why is it called pancakes?
Waffles.
Oh, waffles. Oh, sorry. I don't even know what it's called. I was like, why is waffles considered money? I'm so confused. I don't know.
So she's sleeping right now, and I can hear her snoring. But wait.
Oh no!
Oh no!
My wallet was just fell.
Oh, baby belly. At first, I thought that was a goat.
A goat?
I was like, did she have a goat and didn't tell us?
Kat, I have to show you something.
Kat, I think that would have been the first thing I would have said.
Oh my God, do not knock that all down, Josh. If you pull one out and they all fall down, I'm gonna feel so bad. Okay, that was impressive.
It's stuck.
Oh no. Oh, see, that's why I can't have a wall like that. Just one cat walks by that, and it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Guys, he's doing a live show in an hour. Okay.
I'll have to go check it out when we're done here. I wanted to show this to Kat. Are you ready, Kat?
Where's the other dog?
Ready.
Here.
Okay, so I took
Loki.
Oh,
my
that's
Merida
what
Funko.
I have.
Right, I took this, but if you can see closely,
Wait. Oh, how did you do that?
I got her signature from the park.
What?
I don't know if you can see this or not. Hold on.
Oh, that is amazing.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Loki.
That is cool.
I went and I kept it on a backpack.
Oh,
And I was like,
so cool.
I need your signature on this. And she's like, oh, it's me.
I should, you know what I should do? I should, like, I have the little one that came, like, in a blind box, and her hair is huge. I should have her
that
sign
one's expensive.
Yeah, it is. I think that's worth more than, like, some of the
Y'all done
that
fighting
whole
now?
that whole set is expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
I have all of them.
They're worth some money. If you go on Amazon or eBay, they're like $8 or $9 a box right now.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah, I have all of them. I have I think it was 2 sets, wasn't it? Or just 1 set? Oh my gosh, your dogs are too cute.
That's why I had her in my lap, because she thinks she's big, he thinks he's small, and they just fight with each other. And he grabs her neck and hurts her, and she grabs his ear or his pee-pee and hurts him.
That's just wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, the amazing Brad over at Irresistible Magic gave me that Merida, and it is my absolute favorite. I love that pop. Out of probably all my pops, I do have a wish list pop. Like I have two wish list pops that I'm never gonna get because they're so unbelievably expensive. One is Linda Lovegood with her glasses. Never getting that one. And the other is from The Fifth Element, the blue lady. Probably no one has no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it is. I still lack Gilmore Girl pops. I need some Gilmore Girl pops.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who loves the Gilmore Girls.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to make a video about this, Candy Mom. I'm going to make a video about this. All of the new releases that are coming out for October for Funko Pops, all of the ones that are coming out, the Haunted Mansion, The Night Before Christmas, the what's it called? The Hocus Pocus ones that are coming out, and the Mickey and Minnie ones that are coming out. I'm so excited. Get it, Christy.
Yeah, the only other one Funko Pop one is Mulan, where she's in her matchmaking outfit.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Oh shit, you asshole! Sorry.
Christy, are you okay?
And dog bit my wrist today.
Oh, dogs are mean.
Sorry.
Christy, I love you so much more now.
I'm with you on that one.
Like, you little shit.
So sorry.
That's hilarious.
It hurt too because he totally hit my vein and now it's like red.
Oh,
No.
Wait, can I turn my wrist that way? Can you see it
oh,
right there? That little red
still-
spot, right there. Sue the dog.
Yes.
yeah, Pluto. Oh man, I almost bought him when he first came out, and I wish I had.
Pluto's not very expensive.
No, he's not. He's not. I've seen, but he's big. He's one of the big ones. I don't know where we put him. Like,
well, there's one that came out in the Disney subscription box. That's super cheap. You can get it on Amazon or eBay for like less than $20.
oh, cool.
Danita. So I thought I had 3, but apparently I only have 2. I guess I got rid of one. I had 3 Merida Funko Pops because I keep getting them in flops. And Danita at Absolutely Fabulous.
Yeah.
We did a box swap one time, and we did a theme box. So I based her box off of Orange Bird and Figment because those are her favorite characters.
Yeah.
Well, she did a whole entire Brave swap with me, so my whole entire box was Brave.
Nice.
She sent me the Brave Funko Pop, but I'll take him out real quick. Take her out real quick so you can see her. This lady. Hold on. She sticks to the package.
Oh wow! She's like a diamond.
That is amazing.
She glitterified this thing.
Oh, so pretty.
That is pretty.
That is amazing.
The whole entire thing is glitterified, and I'm like, even the freaking bow and arrow is glitterified.
I love it.
So
And
like,
she did that, or is it a diamond edition?
she did it.
That is so
Wow.
cool.
Yeah. Like, the face is not glittered. There's no glitter on the hands or anything like that. It's all just her hair and her dress and her bow and arrow. So
Glitter
it's
makes
obviously
everything better.
Obviously it's one of those things I'll never be able to get rid of it because it's glittered. But it's like also one of a kind now for me. So
Yes, it's special.
So my wish list Funko Pops are there's two that I really want. There is a limited edition Merida that was released at a convention that has like a limited edition of like 480 pieces. So it's like a metallic Merida. And then there's also the first edition Merida that I don't have, but it's only like 12 or 10, like $10 or $12. I just haven't never bought it. So obviously it's Merida, so I have to get it. But one of my favorites though is this one.
I have that one. I love that one.
I love this Funko Pop so much.
That is the best short. That is my favorite short. He goes and the water gets him and he goes out and he's like.
I love how excited you got, Kat.
Look at him.
Yeah, Josh, I actually sent you Gonzo's link so you can find it.
I already subscribed to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got on the iPad that I have already and went on his channel and subscribed.
Is it just me, or did our banners change color from like the last time I was on a live stream? These look kind of seafoam green.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I changed it.
Oh,
I didn't know you
was
could do that.
obsessed with it.
You can change it. On the control panel on the side, it has all these options where you can change the board colors.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to mess with that. I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. And I saw it on Lena's channel on one of her lives. I'm like, huh? And I was messing with it the other day. I'm just like, oh, that's how you change it.
That's pretty cool.
No.
Last time we all chatted together, she was sitting there changing the color, just repeatedly changing it, and me and Lena were just talking, and she was sitting there just quiet, just changing the banner colors.
Yeah,
that sounds like me with tears.
We were like, Roxana, you good? Like,
when I figure out a feature that like draws my attention, I'm just like, ooh, what does that do? What does that do?
So I actually ended up getting one of the new pins that came out. It's the
I got two.
Did you? Which one did you get?
I got the Orange Bird one.
I couldn't get it. I tried.
I got the Orange Bird one like immediately. I got on the website at 10 o'clock and got it. And then I got the Brother Bear.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna get the Brother Bear for Holly, but I put it in my cart and then something happened, and so I took it out, and then I forgot about it, and now I feel bad. But I did get the I Love Snack. What is it? Timothy Mouse from Dumbo.
The I collect pin.
Yeah, like I collect food. I don't know.
I collect Disney Snacks pins too, so we're on the same level, Kat.
I'm curious what the new Frozen castle pin looks like. I gotta be honest, if it's not great, I'm not gonna get it because my Cinderella pin was not great, as I've said before. But I definitely want the Merida one because I need it. And the Mulan one. That's the only two that Tangled and Frozen were my like, if I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't.
I am going to be on that website at 7 a.m. or 10 a.m., whatever it is, looking for the Brave pin.
Yeah.
That's literally all I want. I want the Brave castle pin, the Castle Dome Rock pin, so bad. I'm curious to see how the actual castle is going to look.
Yeah.
Because it's so like kind of wide. It's not like a straight up and down castle. So I'm curious to see how it's going to look in the box, like when it's on display. But I know I want to get the pin for sure.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. I hope their quality's better because quality is not good. I'm just gonna say it wasn't good.
I honestly, regardless of how it looks out, there's no Merida pin merchandise that ever gets released. So to see her even in this collection, like but there's like 13 or 14 princesses, so to see her as one of the 12 is
BRB.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so it's weird not seeing a whole lot of Merida stuff, and it's just like
I don't know why either. You would think that she would get more recognition being the only Pixar princess.
Yeah.
But she just does not get recognition like everybody else does. But she's also not loved like everybody else is. So she's not an original like 5 princesses, so that's why, I guess. But it's whatever. More love for me.
This dog is cracking me up. The big one. He has like a big rubber tire.
Yeah.
And he moved it over here by me. Well, it's not right by me, but it's over here like in the foyer. And he put his other toys inside of it. So he's got like 3 toys inside of this one big rubber tire. And I'm like, really? Putting it all together, but right in the middle of the floor so we could trip over it.
My Yorkie, he will play with a toy, and then he'll just randomly leave it in the middle of the floor, and then next thing you know, you're tripping over it, and you're like, what am I? It's like, dog, don't leave your toys.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's typical, but he put them all inside the tire, which is really weird.
I need to clean my office really bad.
I need to clean my desk for work because it's literally on the other side. This is my home laptop, but on the other side's my desk setup.
So
and I've got the entire dining room table.
I'm going to be making them their own boards, but as you can see, this top is all Emperor's New Groove, but my bottom, the row, that's my Merida's.
How many do you have total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Like legitimately 9, or is there like fantasy in there too? Because I know the one on the far left is fantasy.
Yeah, this is fantasy, and all the rest are normal.
I have all of those, I think. My board's a lot bigger. Hold on.
Excuse me.
No. But this is all of my collection. Everything I have is on this board.
That's what she said.
I know.
I went there. Late night on Life with Roxana.
Doing the Disney.
This is Life with Roxana after dark.
Okay, so oh my god.
Ooh, that's a big boy.
No, that's what she said.
Oh, girl. Ladies, calm it down. This is Disney. Dang. So
kids should be watching anyways.
I have the whole entire collection of those mystery ones. It's like the ones you have is of the
I'm missing him, yeah.
The witch. I have all those. I have all the Lounge 5 pins that have Merida in them, like the mystery boxes. I have all those. I have the Disney Princess Run, which is from last 2 years ago run.
Yeah.
2018. I have the other one too. This is the metal version, so like this is what the metal looked like. I have a pin here. This is one I just traded.
Are you gonna get it? Or are you just gonna leave it?
It didn't happen, so don't think about it. This is one I just traded for. This is a Merida pin. I don't know exactly what this is. I think it's a perfume bottle. I think.
Oh, I need that.
And the backer is scented, so it smells like roses.
Oh, dang.
And then I have a shield from Hong Kong that I got from a lady went to Hong Kong and picked it up for me. It's her shield, and then her.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And then I got all the rest of the ones you have. I had this one too that I traded for. No, Danita gave this one to me. This one's from Shanghai.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So it's like a rose gold.
I want that.
I don't know if I still have it, but if I do, I'll send it to you. But it's not a real Merida pin. It's one of those fake ones that you get out of the Wishes candle company. But I have one. And it's really cute, and I'm like 99.9% sure it's fake. And if I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Well, you'll have to decide who's the bigger Merida fan.
Popsicle. Dang it, I gotta find it. It's in my office and it's really scary in there, Cynthia. I'm really scared to go in there.
I'm pretty sure I'm the bigger Merida fan than Kat, but
yeah, she is. He is. She is. She is.
Grr.
Yeah, she is.
No one's a bigger Emperor's New Groove fan than I am. Like,
did you enter my giveaway, Kat?
I don't know.
Because
yes,
enter it. I think
yes, I did.
You got snot all over me, dog.
Ew.
Okay, do you guys want to see my? Yes, I have it. I have more.
I'm so excited to give it away.
Do you guys want to see my brand new exclusive pins that I paid way too much money for?
Yes, obviously we do.
Okay, hold on. I gotta move. Miss Jill.
Also, Candy Mom, I was going to show this to you because you mentioned her earlier, but here's the another unofficial princess.
All right, you guys keep talking. I'll be back. Gotta take care of personal business.
Okay, go pee.
Right.
I just say I gotta go pee.
Just be blunt. You gotta go pee. Go pee.
I gotta go bathroom. Okay, so she can't make me big. So here's the bag. So it's dual personalities. Yzma Kitty, Yzma.
Ow.
These are from Disney Chris.
Uh-huh.
So they're all fantasy. But this was my stimulus check. The rest went for a car, so I don't feel so bad. But I will be showing these on a video. And got the duel. And then I love Charlotte from The Princess and the Frog. And so this is Charlotte in costume.
I love her too. She's one of my favorites.
She is amazing. She's just the right amount of quirky and manic. And
I do declare, Tiana.
Another man.
And this one is amazing. Like, this is
Talking about those beignets are the bee's knees.
Candy Mom said Roxana has gas.
Oh my gosh, Disney Candy Mom.
yeah. So those are my brand. Excuse me, I'm working here. Those are my new fantasy pins that I need to add to my board. But right now I can't because I need to show them on a video. And
Candy Mom, send me a message on Instagram and I'll send you that Pez.
No. Roxana may not have gas, but this big dog does, and he's stinking me out of here. Go, Loki. Go on.
Say, Loki, I bet you could swallow me in one bite.
Probably.
What is his name? Loki?
Yeah.
Like the supervillain?
Yeah.
No.
Speaking
of Loki,
he is the biggest villain. He's eaten my pillows off my couch, like the pillows that come with the couch. I have a pillow, like a very big fancy pillow that I got. That was my wedding pillow. He's eaten that. He's eaten like 4 pairs of my shoes, socks, underwear, a shirt. He ate one of my Disney shirts. Like literally ate the thing.
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like, why? Why is he the one to eat that?
He eats everything. And then he doesn't even like chew it up and digest it completely. He kind of swallows it almost whole and it comes out looking like a turd.
My uncle had a dog that ate a rope and they had to have surgery.
Yeah, he eats ropes too, like the doggy ropes. Like you're supposed to be able to tug and play with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, he eats them.
My brother's dog ate a rope and died.
That's awful. See? Why? Why does they do that?
He has an iron stomach, so I don't think.
I don't know what they think, why it tastes good, but no. And Disney Mom, yes, Candy Mom, if you send me your a message on Instagram with your address, yes, I will send out that Penelope Pez dispenser to you. I got a bunch of stuff going out.
I think I have a pin for you, don't I? I gotta find it. It's in my office. I'm serious, you guys. I can't even walk in there.
Hey, Roxana.
Yes.
How was your gas?
My God.
What happens when you leave the children alone?
This is what happens when you run Roxana after dark.
So this is like nothing but water, and I've been drinking a lot of these. And yeah, and I like funny thing is I went pee before the live stream, and I'm sitting here occasionally sipping, and I'm just like.
I mean, you have been live for like 2.5 hours, so
I know that's crazy.
That's normal because
I actually do have to go, but I love you guys, and you guys cheered me up so much. So thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Be safe while sleeping. Be safe while sleeping.
Well, I have this, so I'm on negative sleep tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that does happen. Like I take long baths, which I mean, I told you earlier that I was watching the live stream from the bath. And I have to get out of the bath multiple times to go pee. And when I do live streams with spilling the Disney tea, I get up and go to the bathroom too. So it's completely normal.
Yeah.
People got to pee.
The next time that you're hosting, I want to chat because there's people on there that I don't get to, I've never met. So I want to meet more people.
Okay. Well, I'm hosting next week, but my guest is For Love the Mouse. But if they need to go when I'm still going, I'll have you pop on.
Okay. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, the last time you were live, you had Al who crashed?
Al crashed.
And then pass holder Trev, he crashed.
Yeah. I don't know. Did anyone else? Was it just those two?
I think it was just those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love doing lives because you get to interact with people. Like you don't get to just sit there in front of a screen and just talk. Like when you're on a live stream, you get to interact with people. You get to read the comments. You get to hear what they're saying or see what they're saying.
Unfiltered with cussing, apparently.
And guest chat.
Guest chat. Yeah. How it goes.
Good night, Nicole.
Good night, Nicole.
Candyman, what time does Gonzo go on?
I think he goes on at 11, but I'll check real quick.
What, is he from California?
He is in Miami. Or no, he used to be Miami. He moved to Orlando recently.
Yeah, he moved to Orlando recently.
He goes on like a legitimate 11 p.m. Eastern time every single night?
No, not every single night. He goes on a lot. The Shep family is live right now.
Are people up at 11 o'clock?
I'm not usually. It's 9:30. I'm usually laying in bed playing on my phone.
Yeah, well, see, I'm still not working, and yesterday I got a phone call from work saying that I can come back on Tuesday.
Nice.
But it's limited hours because we're not fully open and fully operating. So I'm like, whatever hours you can find.
Yeah, money's money.
Yeah, whatever hours they have available, I'll snatch up. Anyone said 11 Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Right there.
Did you file any unemployment or anything while you were not working? Like, did you file for government assistance?
No, because my job was still paying me even though I wasn't working. They were giving me COVID pay, so.
Oh, okay. I quit my job like a week after it all started, and I filed for unemployment for the first phase, and was told I got it and I was qualified for it and got a check for a certain amount for the first part, and then I'm still currently looking for work, so I'm gonna keep doing it and see, because anything's better than nothing. It's not it kind of takes a hold of your pride as a person, but yeah, at the same time, it's like anything's better than nothing. Like $225 a week is better than no money a week.
My work has nixed 401k and cut our pay 10%.
Wow.
So Candyman said Breakfast with Pals is on Sunday, Taco Tuesday, and then new show with Dan. So
yeah, Gonzo has a whole lot of shows. I don't know how he does it. I'm trying to go back to his.
Yeah, I'm on his page. He has a lot of he does lives a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because I can barely commit to my regular Friday night one. I wasn't on there last night because I had to go grocery shopping, and normally I would go a little bit earlier, but she had to get her ears checked at the vet, and then she had a haircut. So by the time I got to the grocery store and got back, it was like 9 something at night, and the show had ended.
We should start doing something on like Saturday or something, like Saturday night, like around like 7 or 8, and do like a quarantine or social distancing chat with like the same people. Because like I'm not involved in any chats. I was, but those people just haven't been able to commit to it the last couple weeks, so I haven't been able to live chat with anybody. I live chat with Roxana a lot, but that's because Roxana goes live like 3 or 4 times a week, so I can get on there and go live. So
yeah, I've been invited to like a lot of live streams recently, and it's this last few weeks is when I first started. He's trying to work on his watch hours. Okay, so that.
Yeah. Well, I think he's already monetized because I think his videos have commercials. I need to work on my watched hours. I think I'm at 76% before I get monetized.
Yeah, I'm currently sitting, I think, at like 1,300 hours of view time. So I'm sitting at like.
Well, it was 76. It went back down to 75%.
You're at 3,000 hours?
Yeah.
I
need to get mine up. I've been growing again since I started posting 3 times a week. Because I took like a month and a half off between Christmas and like February-ish. I did Vlogmas and it wore me out. And
yeah,
it was not what's the word? It did not help me at all. It was not beneficial to me as a YouTuber. And it kind of ruined my Christmas and my December as a holiday. So I'm probably not going to do it again next year, at least next year. Or this year, I mean. I just think there's so many between I guess whenever I signed up for YouTube in June, between June and December, there were so many new YouTube channels and everybody started doing Vlogmas. So there was so much material and content to watch. I think it overwhelmed people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And no one knew really what to watch because everybody just was like, there's like 30 or 40 channels that I knew were doing Vlogmas. And then on top of that, it's just like, you don't want to watch every single day 40 videos. Like that's not fun. But the views weren't any different than normal. I had some videos that did well, like 300 views, which is, I guess, big for me at the time. But I had hauls from the Character Warehouse that did well. I did some swaps with Disney, with Over the Moony that did well, and I had a swap that did well with Dana from Mouse Diva. But that was basically it. So I just think I might take a year off. Do I like Disney history? I do to a point. I'm more of a, I guess, 2000s and above Disney fan. I'm not a huge fan of classics, so like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, all those movies. I'm not really a huge fan of those. But history in itself, I keep up with it. I'm not like, if you tell me when was Disney California open, I'm gonna be like 19 something. I don't know.
Yeah.
My brother is the Disney historian.
Mhm.
So like,
so I'm checking what is it? YouTube tracker right now. I'm sitting at 541 subs and then 1,184 watch hours. So
how much?
1,000 something watched hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's where I'm at right now.
You've been doing it for how long?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Thank you, Candy Mom, for subscribing to me. I love you. I appreciate it.
I'll be 3 years in October.
Mine is, I hit June, end of June is a year for me.
Yeah,
So I'm sitting at like, I think it's 564 subscribers, and I'm like, I think like 12 to 1,300 hours of watch time. But I just think consistency, even if you only get 100 views on your videos, I guess if you can grasp the viewer's attention enough to watch the whole video through, at least, that helps. Because I mean, if you have a 20-minute video and 5 people watch it completely through, that's an hour. Mm-hmm. So that'll help out in the long run. But I was so worried because I misunderstood what it said. I thought you had to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours in your first year in order to get monetized. So that's why I was like freaking out. I was like, I'm never going to get monetized. I'm never going to be able to do this because how can I get, if you're a new YouTube channel, how can you get 4,000 hours of viewing time in your first year? Like, I don't understand. And how can you grow?
Some people do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand some do. Like there's a YouTube channel that she posts a video every single day of the week, and she's soaring. Like she just soared through. She's already almost at 700 subscribers, and she's only doing it for like 6 months.
I used to post every day of the week. I think I'm at 2 or 3 times a week right now. 2, I think.
I don't know how you did that.
It was a lot of work. Well, I like to organize. I like to I like to plan too. So what Kat was saying earlier, how everything's changed. I literally just stopped planning stuff because nothing's secure right now. And I still had people reaching out to me saying, when are you doing this? When are you doing this? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. So everything that I have planned right now is at a standstill, and I don't even know if I'm going to do them.
Yeah, I testified to that because Christy has emailed me one of her spreadsheets. I'm like, she's not kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I have a spreadsheet, and it wasn't like that spreadsheet. That was only a piece of my big spreadsheet because I have all of them outlined in chronological order, and I have everybody's addresses. If they've given me their birthday, I have their birthday. If they've given me their email address, I have their email address. If they've given me their first and last name, I've got that. It's all in this large spreadsheet, and then I have each date, and I have an X by their name if they're participating in a collab. And if it's a swap and I've assigned them, I have the name put there. And if they've shipped their item, I put shipped next to it.
Okay.
And if they provide me with the tracking number, I put that in there too.
Yeah. And she's got hers like color coordinated. And yes, Gonzo will definitely be watching your live stream soon. Which starts in like 20-ish minutes. So I think I'm going to cut off this stream because I have been streaming for almost over 2 hours.
Yeah. Almost 3.
So thank you guys for joining, and thank you guys who are watching for watching.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry. I needed some sleep, but
flashing. I'm like, oh, it's Kelly.
I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. My husband woke me up and was, were you supposed to be on 2 streams tonight? I'm like, oh my gosh, what time is it? So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But thank you for not hating me. Hey Josh. Hey Christy.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Forgive me,
Kelly,
Roxana.
I could never hate you. I could never hate you.
Like,
You're
I am such a dork.
Are you with?
So how are you? How is everybody?
Are you streaming with Gonzo tonight too?
I am in just a few minutes, but I didn't want to not come on when I saw you were still live. So yeah, Gonzo, tonight we're playing a game, which I'm sure I'm going to be terrible at, but it's going to be lots of fun.
I'm awake. I can crash if you want.
Yeah.
We did
sure.
The games that we did for the Disney sisters, and I have never been so embarrassed to lose a game before in my life. Because like I lost Sorry once, and then I tried again to Redemption Round, and I tried Candyland, and lost Candyland twice. So
Candyland is pure chance, though. I mean, there's no skill, so it's not you, Josh. It's the demented game. There's no skill level.
The game hates me.
Candyland, don't play.
I was like 5 or 6 spots away from winning, and pulled the card to go all the way back to the beginning. And I was like, you know what?
See, that's where you cheat. That's what I do. I cheat.
Disney sisters.
Like, oh, it's purple.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned with board games, there are no friends. It's
no friends
for themselves, and it's like if you were friends starting the game, you're not friends and ending the game. So
no way.
I will tell you that Sorry, when we played Sorry, I have never in my life gotten so competitive over a board game besides like Monopoly. Cause like I don't remember Sorry. I don't remember playing Sorry. And then you get on there with 3 people that you think are your friends, and then they're like bumping you back to start, and they're like taking out your pieces, and they're basically like ganging up on you. So I was like, you know what? I'm done.
It was so much fun, though. I had
it was,
class, and
that sounds fun.
I lie. Oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight, and I keep cussing. I like kicking people.
Have you been hanging out with Taylor?
I don't know. I dropped 2 cuss words in the same sentence earlier.
Her dog bit her.
I don't cuss in my real life, honestly. I just don't. And it annoys everyone around me because I come up with goofy, it's hard to, whatever. So, but my daughter Taylor knows quite a few words to spite me. So I get it.
My parents are, they don't cuss at all. They're really religious, and they don't cuss at all. They hate that I cuss. And then I tell all of my friends and family that my real father is a trucker and my real mother is a sailor. Because that's my vocabulary.
The trucker and the sailor. I like it.
My excuse is prior military.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's hard not to cuss on camera, and it's hard not to cuss when you're in the parks, because like you can cuss in the parks. I don't think you're going to get in trouble for cussing in the parks, but every time you cuss in the parks, my brother or my family member's like, "There's kids around, stop cussing," and I'm like, "Hello, we're at Disney. We're not in heaven. Like, calm down."
And the mom of that 4-year-old that just heard you say the F-bomb is like,
right. Like you're in line and you're like, beep, beep, beep. And they're like, hello, Mickey would not approve.
Yeah. We officially called my live stream Life with Roxana After Dark. So.
Ooh, I dig that. So please invite me back. I'm so sorry. I will set an alarm. I promise. Oh my goodness.
You're always welcome back.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
You're
crazy. Ah, life. I'm old. I need
It pulled me out of my
sleep.
bath to get on here. I was so sad.
It's a good thing that it's not kid friendly.
Christy,
Oh my goodness.
Are you going to go live stream with the Adventures of Gonzo too?
Yeah.
Or live with
Yeah.
Gonzo?
He sent me the link, or I think he did.
Yeah, the Adventures of Gonzo.
Let me see.
I saw him, I think, on your stream, Kelly. I
Yeah,
think
he
the
did.
last time, I think I saw him on like the Adventure or Spilling the Disney Tea.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
yes. Yes. Gonzo's been on quite a few times, and Al, and last night we had VP, and they're always a good time. Always a good time.
It was a very interesting live stream to watch.
Was it weird? Is it interesting in a good way or not?
No, it was like quite entertaining watching like Gonzo and VP kind of like.
I know. I loved it when they told their how they met love story.
Their bromance.
Their bromance. Yes.
This is the live
awesome.
stream that I was talking about earlier. When they were talking about getting rid of things in Tomorrowland.
Oh,
So,
I
y'all had a
talk about that all the
conversation.
time.
So as soon as y'all were like, we have to get rid of this, I was like, first of all, hold up. Okay, like you can get rid of the Speedway. That's okay.
Yeah, get rid
of the Speedway. But do not touch my people movers.
No, I like the people.
No, I like the people movers. It's just I want to fight people when they're like, I'm like, hey, because we, especially when we first moved here, and I was like, what's your go-to? You must ride. People mover? Are you flipping kidding me? Come on now. Are you
so
100 years old? What is wrong with you? I mean,
there's a boost of speed right when you start. Hello.
I do tell the girls that if you write it backwards, it's quite thrilling.
Yeah, I mean, writing it backwards.
It's
a nice place to sit and relax and to people watch.
Yeah,
but it's not a must do. I don't have to.
Well, it's not like you must do right. People mover, fight me. You're 100 years old. Stop.
Yeah.
So when y'all walk down Main Street, do you go left or do you go right?
I always go left. Left is the only way to go because
Wrong.
then
Wrong.
I am not wrong. I'm never wrong. Do you know me? I'm never
Adventureland is so boring.
It depends.
You know what? I agree with you. Disney World sucks. Have you ever been to Disneyland?
No.
Okay. Magic Kingdom versus Disneyland. Magic Kingdom is going down the toilet. I hate to say that, but Adventureland in Disneyland, amazing. I mean, you have Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Critter Country. It's just awesome and exciting.
We have those things too. They have different names.
No, they don't.
We have Adventureland, we have Liberty Square, and we have
Liberty Square is no New Orleans Square. Come on now.
Frontierland.
Candy Mom's right. Go left, more people go right. So it's busier right. So when I rope drop, I go left because you can literally ride Pirates, Thunder Mountain, and even make it to Haunted Mansion and ride all three of those in less than an hour.
Sure.
And
I mean, those are all great rides.
Either of those, so.
See,
sucks.
Roxana, you're gonna invite me and Josh again so we can have like a
no.
showdown.
Pirates is my favorite, and Haunted Mansion.
No, I'm just messing with you, Josh.
Park.
No, you're good. We always go right just because, in my opinion, I feel like everybody goes left. Like y'all all said y'all go left. So like to
That's
me,
because all the best stuff is left.
Wrong. You're wrong again. You're incorrect. So.
I am never wrong.
You're wrong tonight, ma'am. I always go right because I feel like there's less people, and we usually always get a fast pass for Buzz Lightyear. So my brother's favorite thing is Carousel Progress. Mine is People Movers. So we like to go. So
The
we
man.
always go to Tomorrowland.
Seriously, are you using oil of Olay? Have you had Botox? Are you actually 100 years old, Josh?
I look great for 100 years
I
old.
know you
It's
do.
like-
That's why I'm like, how are you keeping the youthful handsomeness going?
You see this
Your
shininess on here?
brother?
Strike a pose.
That's
Vote.
not highlighter. That's called sweat.
Because you look amazing for an old man. It's ridiculous.
Thank you. Halloo. I just love. Okay, so like I said earlier, Peak Movers is like the only ride on property that you can repeat yourself. You can go over and over and over again without having to get off. They will allow you to go again if you want
they'll
to.
let you stay on.
So it's a fun ride to go at night when you're watching the fireworks. If you don't want to deal with the crowds, it's fun to go through Space Mountain. It's all that kind of stuff. So,
I dig it. I don't not ride it. I do dig it. But it's not the ultimate ride at Magic Kingdom.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
So I'm going on Gonzo's show in 10 minutes and I really got to pee. So I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'll see
Tell
Kelly.
them I'll be there. I won't be late. I promise.
I'll make sure Kelly's on time.
Bye, Roxana. Bye, Josh.
Let me fall asleep.
No, if I had a choice of what ride I'm going to ride first at Magic Kingdom without having to stay in the line, it's going to be Splash Mountain.
Love Splash Mountain. I do. I love Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
People Movers is not my ultimate ride at Magic Kingdom by far.
Good.
All.
Now I feel better about the whole thing. I enjoy it. It's nostalgic, but
I love it. But I'm not going to be like, I have to ride People Movers.
please do that sometime.
But
in public.
But I also go. Do you live in Florida, Kelly?
I do. I work for the Mouse. Okay. I'm a cast member. Yes, but I haven't always lived in Florida. I only moved here about almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, we live in Jacksonville, so we come down once a week. So I'm there all the time. So like rides don't have as much like impact emotionally.
Sure, I get that.
So if I was to like, people are like, oh my God, we're gonna rush to Splash Mountain. I'm be like, why? Like I don't need to rush anything. If I ride it, okay. If I don't,
that is kind of the thing that is fantastic about being in Florida, and also kind of I don't know if it's a double-edged sword because on one side, kind of the magic isn't quite as there as it is if you're not seeing it as often. But there's other magical things, so I get that. And but no, I just was giving you the business. I think
you're good.
Fantastic.
Our
and your Funko Pop collection behind you. Wow, that's impressive.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. There's the end of it. So
wow, seriously, Roxana, we got to up our game, girl.
Wait, how many do you have?
I think I have 4 Funko Pops. But you have to understand, I have an army of children. Of children that collect them. So it's pretty rare for me to own anything.
Gotcha. Yeah. Understood completely. I was telling him earlier that I get majority of mine off of Amazon. So
nice.
I don't really buy them from like the stores when they're released because they're like double the price. So like Box Lunch released the Anna and Elsa Phase 2 Funko Pops from Frozen 2.
Cool.
And they were sold out instantly for like $12 or $13. I got mine off Amazon for $8.
What?
Yeah. So I just had to wait like another month or so to have it arrive to Amazon, and then I got it. So
that's amazing.
I got like Elsa's here. There's Anna there. She's in her coronation dress, and then there's Olaf with Bruni, and then there's Bruni.
Oh my goodness! See it because
the light, but the that's my main collection is Frozen 2. I have probably like 20 to 22 Frozen 2 Funko Pops.
Okay, well,
that's amazing.
Kelly does have 7 minutes left, so I don't want to keep you any longer. I'm going to cut this. I'm officially going to cut this live stream.
Kelly.
Thank you to everyone that is watching, and thank you to my guest for being here. And
thank you for forgiving me.
Kelly, you can crash anytime. I'm gonna be going live every single Saturday. So
Okay.
Kelly, when you said when you said when you popped in, she was doing this earlier. She was like, okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. It's been fun. I've been doing it for like 2.5 hours. And then she goes, oh. She goes,
way to get the watch time.
She goes, oh. And then she goes, here, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you for staying on late. And everybody head over to the Adventures of Gonzo for some fantastic wackiness. And I hope to see you guys next Saturday on this.
yes.
Bye.
So I want to talk to you for just a minute after we say goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.